Look at this scene here at Doak Campbell Stadium. For the first time ever, the Alabama Crimson Tide have come to Florida State by Young. Play action. Simpson's first pass of the year is complete to Jeremy Bernard. See him at 366 pounds. Here's your 3rd and 7. Simpson looking for an option and trying to reach out, but he is denied by the Noles defense. And it was Herring making the tackle on 4th and 1. Richard Young straight ahead, and the extra effort is what is going to earn Alabama the first down. 10th play of the drive, and again they run the ball, and this time it's Kevin Riley 10 times. 3rd and 6, Simpson, they pick up the pressure up the middle. Simpson gonna try to run for it and stretches out. It'll depend on the spot, and he's right at that line to gain.
This line for Florida State, you see number 10, he goes inside there, and that allowed Ty Simpson to use his wheels and speed to get to the sideline and move the chains. You've got to have better rush discipline on the...
Turning the corner into the end zone is Cuevas for the first Alabama touchdown of the season.
This fake here freezes him, and that allows Cuevas to get underneath. This ends up becoming a run-pass option for Ty Simpson. He could have run that in. He took the easy throw. You've got to play just a little bit faster, and you've got to be on time.
Jet motion as Castellanos keeps it, and this is exactly what he can do so well. As he brings Sawchuk back in for pass protection. 3rd down and 11, 4-man rush from Bama. Castellanos launches it, and a diving effort from Squirrel White.
Working against a 6'4" talented true freshman that cannot keep up, and right away to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I love the scheme. They get a big one.
Here's Castellanos to the outside, inside the 5, diving into that end zone with a stride. Touchdown, Noles. Tommy Castellanos.
Small's on. This is going to handle this defender. He fakes like he's blocking. Pittman comes out and gets the block in the second level on Bray Hubbard. And you just go fast. One explosive play right back to the line of scrimmage. And just like that, Florida State.
Week 0 game over in Ireland that we were there for. Maybe they needed that spark, and to hear that level of confidence. Ty Simpson, look at the time he has as he gets it downfield to Bernard, and it is a catch. Simpson gets it complete to Isaiah Horton, a transfer from Miami. Well, it's a fun, high-energized first quarter here in Tallahassee.
You know, that's where it starts.
What did you see from your defense on that opening drive?
I mean, they hit the explosive, right? We got them in 3rd and long, and so good learning lesson right there for us. I mean, I believe in them, so we just got a lot to play again.
Ty has completed his last 6 pass attempts. Here's a 3rd and 13 after the penalty. Pressure, steps up and is sacked. There were some concerns in camp with accuracy. Then he had a big week of practice this week. From 53. And it comes up short. 3rd and 4. Castellanos looking for something straight ahead. He got small and low and moves the chain. To UCF, that's where he started his career. Then Castellanos goes off to BC. Bill O'Brien takes that job, and then he reunites here with Malzahn. Here is Danzy now, and look at Makai Danzy. How about it, Noles?
All sorts of ways. You've got a guy coming in jet motion this way. This lineman's pulling. This running back's going this way. Everybody on defense heading that way. But the ball's going back to the left. And when you talk about Makai Danzy, he's not just fast. He's ACC record holder in the 400-meter dash fast, Joe. A 4-time All-American.
2nd and 10. Roma again. This time he hits the hole. And look at the 218-pound true freshman drive ahead and move the chains.
Yeah, he was really patient on that run.
Remember we told you about the staff changes, and we'll get to it after this play, but there was a key one for Florida State that's making an impact already. Castellanos on 2nd and 7. Oh, Tommy with a spin for extra yardage, and it's another first down for the Noles. It is a college football Saturday like this. Jake Weinberg out to attempt the 45-yard field goal. And the second field goal made of his career. Cannot wait to see that. LSU and Clemson tonight coming your way. Simpson gets it complete to Bernard. Jeremy Bernard. And the Tide cross midfield and move the chain. 4th down for Ty Simpson. And coming up short is Kevin Riley out of the backfield.
No question. It's a good read by Simpson. But you see how it was thrown behind him? His forward momentum had to stop to reach back and make the catch. Cryer was there right away to make the tackle. And this thing's going to be close.
Well, it depends on where they... Castellanos finds his man in stride, and it's Jalen Lucas. Look at Lucas go! Bray Hubbard finally tracks him down. Incredible confidence.
It was the play fake that froze Mincy in the middle of the field. You see Lucas able to get behind Deontay Lawson for a big explosive pass.
Holmes. Short side of the field, trying to get the pylon, and he does. Listen to this place roar.
Just him here. That's a tight end on the left side, so they've got all these bodies and big bodies to the right of the formation. They go quick, the quick pitch. Florida State being physical. We're seeing him a lot more in the slot now than we did a year before.
2nd and 17. Simpson. He gets it complete, and again it's Bernard, and Bernard past midfield. And that is exactly what they needed to try to spark something and dig out of this hole. 3rd and 11 now for the Tide. 4-man rush. Simpson gets it complete for a first down. Bernard again. He is the one Alabama offensive player who has been reliable today. Now there's urgency. 4th and 8. Downfield, desperate hope. Flag comes down as Ryan Williams was defended by Edwin Joseph.
But we need more of this if you're Alabama. That's what you got to be thinking about here. It's great to throw screens and underneath double moves and jerk routes and stuff, but
3rd and 15. Oh, the ball's out! And Parker Brailsford, the center, is able to scoop it for the 40-yard field goal attempt. And he puts it through. 3rd down and 4. Castellanos with time, downfield, nobody home as Douglas. Marching Chiefs spelling out Corso as well. Ty Simpson now with the ball back, and he is sacked. He is brought down by Thompson. Dowd punting from inside his own 10-yard line. And it is an umbrella of a punt. Oh, he touched it! It's a muff, and it's Alabama's football! It is Alabama's football!
Just misplayed this or mistimed it running up. He calls for the fair catch, tries to back up, and it hits him in the shin. And the Utah transfer Calhoun's there ready to field it. That's not something you expect from Jalen Lucas, Joe. He was an All-American returning kicks at Indiana.
4th down and 7. Simpson has to spin out of the pocket. Gotta have it on 4th and 7. As Williams was trying to hold on to it, but it's incomplete.
At this. Let's take a look again. Now the ball's allowed to hit the ground, but you have to have complete continuous control. No, that's incomplete. That's a oh my gosh, that's a throw, Ty Simpson.
Keep it on the ground and tackled for a loss as LT Overton comes charging in against Ooze Chroma, the true freshman. Have a signature, impressive win. We start this fourth quarter with a 3rd and 9 that gets blown up by Keon Sabb.
Fourth down, he missed a touchdown pass earlier in the game as well. He hasn't been able to take advantage of all his opportunities. He can't miss now.
2nd and 7, ball is out quickly to Cuevas. Cuevas squares up those shoulders and now is striding. And it's a big play by Josh Cuevas.
And a really nice job, obviously, by Cuevas individually. But
Simpson on 1st down as he gets it complete to Bernard again.
Ready for him. You'll see right here. It's not open now. It's not open now. It's the 3rd window. Great job understanding where he is on the field. And a nice accurate.
146 receiving yards for Bernard. He pulls it. He gets it to Scott. Scott on his feet. Scott trying to get to the pylon, and he does. Rico Scott. Karate kids it.
Taken here. This means he has to keep it. This means he has to throw it. And Ryan Williams getting a big block down the field, buying some time for Rico Scott. And all of a sudden, Alabama within 7. We have got a game here late at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Modelo, will a top 10 team go tumbling? 2nd down and 9. Florida State end around Danzy. Another big play by Mekhi Danzy.
It's the exact same play he scored a touchdown on earlier in the game.
Sawchuk straight ahead inside the 10, keeping his balance, getting help from his friends, finding his way to the goal line and in.
Sawchuk is a 210-pound running back going right up the middle. Hubbard misses the tackle right there. He keeps his balance, and then he's just plowing through defenders. Linemen are getting involved. The O-line come down. Great effort by everyone. You just can't say it enough. There's just a different energy and effort level by Florida State.
They only average 15 points a game a season. They got 31 against this loaded Bama defense right now. Daniel Hill with the reception for 9 yards.
This is going to be tough sledding now.
Simpson, 4th down, gets it complete. 1st down, Rico Scott.
Really nice job by the O-line of Alabama.
His offensive coordinator back in the fold. And it comes down to these precious moments. 4th down and 10 for Bama. Simpson, got to come up with it. Simpson, can he get there? Driving to that line again. It'll depend on the spot. Last possible moment. This tandem of Norvell and Gus Malzahn pull off and get this signature victory. Early Castellanos diving ahead for a 1st down. Inspired, confident Florida State team.
I think the biggest cause for alarm, and there's a lot of things they're going to need to correct.
The first big field stormer of the year is underway. How good is it to have ball back, folks?
And this historic kickoff weekend continues with a rivalry with a colorful past renewed tonight with another meaningful game. Number 6 Notre Dame and 10th ranked Miami opening the season here at Hard Rock Stadium. They hope to end it here in the national championship game on January 19th. Likely to lean now, you would think, on Jeremiah Love. But not on this play. It's another quick pop. That's a Malachi Fields who lost the football, knocked out by Justin Scott.
Looked like that ball was starting to come out. It is right there off the left hip as a result of that big collision from Scott. Did he secure possession is something they'll also look at, but it does look like ball is just starting to slide out before his backside is down on the ground. take a look right here. Oh, right knee down, but where is the ball at that point? Looks like it's already moving.
As we said, he has a lot of latitude at the line of scrimmage, and he's using it. Given a clean pocket, throws, low throw, but a catch made by Keelan Marion. On 2nd and 5, a little hesitation on the handoff, and Fletcher's knocked back by Kingston Viliamu Asa. The transfer from Texas to be the kicker. And trouble with the snap. Picked up by Dylan Joyce, who's the punter, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Back, it was an okay job by Joyce trying to corral it, couldn't do it, calls the fire. And a massive moment for Notre Dame defensively.
And get first downs. C.J. Carr gets blasted behind the line of scrimmage by Big David Blade Jr.
By the right guard, he's got to block that nose. That nose just shoots right up the middle, and he whiffs completely, blocking the wrong guy, and that's the young freshman Gertie Lambert, who's got a lot of talent, but clearly not on the same page with his center there, and the unblocked defender Blay makes the play in the backfield.
They watch Blay play for a unit that led the country last year in total offense, 537 a game. Fletcher bouncing off would-be tacklers. Don Schuler, a rare missed tackle. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd down. They were best in the country last year, 56% plus. Back, here's Malachi Tony. First down inside the Notre Dame 40.
Right at that young freshman and challenging him on his first college snap.
He's covering C.J. Daniels at the bottom of your screen under pressure from Viliamu Asa. And it is caught! Malachi Tony! A touchdown!
By Tony, seeing his quarterback move off the spot. Look at how he flattens the route. Comes back to the ball, secures the catch, and scores it. And how about Carson Beck? Just a great job moving in the pocket. Slide to your left, eyes downfield. Throw a fadeaway jumper and drop it in the bucket to the talented true freshman. Tremendous poise there by Carson with the delivery.
Finds some holes, running to the right, has a first down to the 44 of Miami.
Attacking just 3 guys on the right side of that Miami team. There's not enough guys. There's 3 blockers on that side, plus they get some pullers involved with Knapp rolling around. Just a great look there from Notre Dame's offense.
2nd and 10. They are in field goal range for the new place kicker, Noah Burnett. Room outside for Price. Jadarian Price down the sideline, banged across the boundary and out of bounds just short of the pylon.
An excellent job by the left tackle, because there's a little bit of movement off the side, and Knapp sees it. He recognizes it. He comes off to get just enough of Keontae Scott to spring Jadarian Price to the outside. A great job by the left side of the offensive line.
1st and goal from the 3. Big run by the junior from Denison. Carr forced back. He's back near the 30-yard line. Bought some time and throws a touchdown. Micah Gilbert. His first touchdown and the first TD pass thrown by the redshirt freshman C.J. Carr.
This is just fantastic. Look at the defender's eyes. Thinking run, I don't know why. They kind of fall asleep, and as a result, Gilbert is right there, 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone, right against the sideline. So just a poor job.
Carson Beck will use the time at the line. Now he steps up and throws. Good catch by C.J. Daniels for a first down. We think Davis will be the field goal kicker if it comes to that again, as long as 51. Keelan Marion swung down, but he has the first down. Christian Gray there for the Irish. They've targeted him 7 times already. He has 4 catches for 59 in the TD. Beck surveyed the scene, took the check down to Brown, who goes airborne. Sent through the air by Jalen Stroman, but 7 more. 36 yards, 12 for 19 total. Under pressure, off his back foot, up for grabs, and caught! C.J. Daniels, a tremendous one-handed catch. But I guess you could say that was on the money.
I mean, that is an unbelievable catch. Now, he does bobble it a little bit through the ground, but does the ball ever touch the ground is the question. Goes up with one hand, pulls it in, but watch it now. Does he get it into his body? Does it ever touch the ground? From that angle, I don't see any ball meeting the grass.
C.J. Daniels played all of last year at LSU after 3 at Liberty. He had 42 catches for the Tigers, but did not have a touchdown catch after he had 21 at Liberty. He has one in his first game as a Miami Hurricane. 2 years ago, when he had the big year at Georgia, he completed more than 72% of his passes, the Bulldogs' single season record. That dropped off by 8% last year. That's 8 in a row. Mark Fletcher swung out of bounds by Kingston Viliamu-Asa, but it's 8 more for Miami. Carson Beck hit it off immediately. Fletcher busts through a hole. First down inside the 40. Second leading rusher last year behind Damian Martinez.
And you have motion going back the other direction, which creates some misdirection. Pretty good job there by number 1, JoJo Trader, getting up inside, kind of acting as a fullback and delivering a good.
They are in field goal range. Plenty of time. Malachi Toney out of bounds at the 9. He was hoping to pick up a block downfield from Marty Brown. Brown down to the goal line. They're trying to push him across. Fans think he has scored. The officials haven't raised their arms yet. Touchdown.
So hard to tell in the scrum whether or not that ball does cross the plane. The fact that it was called a touchdown on the field is massive.
Tremendous excitement in Chapel Hill. Belichick, after 333 career wins in the NFL, is now a head coach in college at age 73. Jordan Faison. Jeremiah Love has 4 carries. It's C.J. Carr carrying the ball effectively for a first down to the Miami 40. Given a pocket, hand fighting, and what a catch! Malachi Fields. 2nd and goal at the 1. Aeneas Williams is the running back. He collides with Carr, and they still score a touchdown. Jordan Faison. Tammy Carr watches her son throw his 2nd touchdown pass.
Mike Denbrock. Miami had really been selling out by pinching and crashing those edge defenders. So what do? They try to move the quarterback. We were asking for the quarterback moving to his right. They do so with a little loop pass. Not great execution in the backfield as far as the relationship between the running back and the quarterback. They collide, but it doesn't matter. Carr delivers a strike to make this thing very interesting in the 4th quarter.
Miami up by a touchdown with 13.5 to go. Carson Beck was given a pocket, but he took too long, and they take him down. Boubacar Traore. The fake to Love. They throw it out wide. Batted around and intercepted. Reuben Bain Jr., the defensive end, wound up with it. And a 15-yard return.
When you chase the ball, good things happen, and that's exactly what happened for Reuben Bain. Gets tipped up in the air a couple times into the awaiting arms of the All-American defensive end. It's great hustle to get out there and try to make a play, as you can see it from the Progressive Pylon cam.
Have been fine. This is for 38 for Davis. And good. His first field goal as a Miami Hurricane, where he was a prolific quarterback back in his playing days. In the flat, Love, run after the catch, picks up the first down by 2. Eli Raridan. A 9-yard gain. Jeremiah Love, the running back, gets the call on 2nd and 3 and has the first down to the 21-yard line. Akeem Mesidor made the stop, a pickup of 6 for Love. Returning holder for the Irish. And that is right down the middle. Love is the running back. He goes out in the pass pattern. He was open. Carden throw it to him. Wide open is Raridan behind the defense and run down inside the 15-yard line.
Just a huge mistake from Mo Toure. He's trying to kind of hit and collision Raridan, but he loses him. And this is the first real bust we've seen from
Carr, designed quarterback draw, touchdown. Is that still Riley Leonard wearing the number 13? Offense has come to life.
Well, running the football is a game of numbers. Well, you have 7 guys in formation for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. There's only 5 Miami Hurricanes in there. So you know you have a very favorable look to try to run the quarterback. They do so with the quarterback draw. It's a nice block by Lambert, the right guard, and a nice cut by Carr.
Quarterback with a high IQ. First down run by Marty Brown. They are in field goal range now for either of the 2 kickers. And they're going to make it a shorter try if it comes down to that on that run. Marty Brown down to the 31. They have not trailed tonight. What a kick! Good! From 47. Native spent his whole career right down the street, and you couldn't hit that one any better than he hit that one.
That thing might have been good from 65. He hit that with such adrenaline. Way up top on the upright. Just a tremendous strike. Showcasing some poise here in another edition of a tremendous rivalry game. Keep an eye on him up top.
Carr under pressure, throws it as he was being sacked. Akeem Mesidor was there for Miami. They're going to rule that an incomplete pass, and Carr is very fortunate.
And if you watch Bain, I mean, he gives a great right tackle, turns him around. Mesidor gets there first, but both ends collide on Carr, who very fortunately is able to somehow get rid of it as you see him push it forward.
He did. He threw the ball before he was down on the ground, it seemed. Let's bring in Matt Austin. What do you think, Matt, as the officials are still talking about this?
Well, I think it's definitely a pass, but is there a receiver in the area?
2nd and 17. He's going down again. Akeem Mesidor.
Volunteer fans hoping the agonizing streak will die today. 8 consecutive losses to their neighbors from the south.
Roy in Pendleton.
Deep drop. Fires downfield. Accurate throw. Caught by Brazil again.
Roy in Pendleton.
Deep drop. Fires downfield. Accurate throw. Caught by Brazil again. What a start for Aguilar and the Vols offense. 17 more.
Aguilar has found the open man.
5 for 5. This time it's a keeper. Touchdown, Tennessee. Welcome to Rocky Top, Joey Aguilar. Can't be better than that at the start.
And then you get the quarterback run game. Good job at getting behind the big offensive line. The back there, Scar Thomas leads the way. And that offense could not have looked any better on this opening drive here in Knoxville at Neyland Stadium to get this Vols. Don't let him get out and create.
It's rocking already. Looking at press the ball in the very first play. Nice ball downfield. And the catch is made by Colby Young. Dogs fans have been waiting for that.
His eyes are up off that play action. He knows he's got his guy. Downfield, puts it out in front.
225-pounder Chauncey Bowens to the right of Stockton now. Stockton keeps it, eludes a man, and scores standing up. Georgia answers immediately. And each quarterback has a touchdown run.
Him just kind of follow his tight ends, 4 and 7 around the end. Good job of reading this. See him collapse down. Missed tackle there on the edge, and he's able to get back.
And East Tennessee up front. And Kirby said on tape the offensive line looks good, even though it's been reshuffled a bit. And streaking downfield is Brazo, who makes the catch and runs to the end zone. Flag down. We'll see if it stands. He beat Ellis Robinson for 72.
You're going to leave yourself one-on-one on islands, and that's Ellis Robinson, a 5-star from a year ago. He's a redshirt freshman. Gets beat, has the interference, and what a job by Brazo.
Empty backfield. Pressure is picked up. Stockton, back shoulder throws incomplete, trying to get it to London Humphreys, who made a good effort for Bama Tynan, one of the alpha leaders of this Tennessee team. First down play fake, end zone, touchdown! Perfect strike, Chris Brazel. Balls 3 for 3.
Sets up that inside move to the post. But the free safety, KJ Bolton, who's a great player, all-conference, maybe all-American caliber player, looked like this, whether it's Georgia or anybody else, just the execution of it, the way they're firing on all cylinders.
Branch at the goal line.
It's 7 guys walked up. Who's coming? Who's dropping? They're all coming.
Ball quickly to the perimeter. Branch has a crease. Zach Branch in a foot race. They won't catch him. Georgia on a 3rd and long strikes for 6.
Distance to pick up on this 3rd down. He knows that if he can find this man right here, he's got a chance to potentially make a difference. There's the blitz Chris talked about. They're bringing one more than you can handle. Ball's got to get out in a hurry. Now make a guy miss. Really tough angle there by the defender Turline, and allowed him to really turn on the gas. We've known his ability as a returner. Here he shows you what he can do with his ball in his hands as a receiver. What a great job by Georgia responding there.
Yeah, you're right, Kirk. 2 good blocks, and then Turntine takes 1 bad angle. And Bowens bounces it. Chauncey Bowens gets to the edge and rumbles for close to 10.
Effort after the catch it once again there by a Bulldog.
And hit as he throws, gets the ball loose. It's Oscar Dope, who tried to hurdle him and ends up planting a foot in the chest of the defender. Ultra reliable Woodring does that. Aguilar backpedals and takes a shot downfield. Matthews couldn't make the ground.
Going for his physicality. Here he's just playing center field and does a good job of working to his right, to our left. Ball is hung up there, and Aguilar's gotten away with a few of those in the first 2 weeks against inferior opponents, but not against Georgia. Brought the safety over with his eyes. It's a guy that threw 24 interceptions.
Slant, diving catch just enough for the first down. Comes in cold, tries to create some magic in the final play of this first half. Steps up, waits for his guys to get downfield, and slings it on the run down near the goal line, and it's going to be intercepted. Volunteers pick it off, and then is Ty Redmond. Final play of the first half. Cass Jones goes in motion. Stockton running all the way. They don't spy him. Stockton found a crease. More than enough for the first down inside the Tennessee 40. Got 13. Ball went right up the middle. They got him. Easy pickup inside the red zone. McCray muscles. No signal. Touchdown. Georgia. Powerful statement drive right down the field.
Backs, Frazier, Bowens, saw Cash Jones. Here, what a good, tough run. Good job of that offensive line. They kept churning.
Just once have they converted on 3rd today. Intercepted. Threw it right to KJ Bolden. And Georgia with a takeaway and plus territory. Chip shot earlier. This from 48 to make it a 6-point lead. And drives it right through. That's a win, though, for the Tennessee defense. Need 4. From the pocket. Sideline pitch. Catch made by Staley. Found some space in the zone there.
They only 52 against Georgia.
Play action. Downfield launch. Jump ball. Caught! Touchdown, Brazel! Wow! An offense that had been smothered.
You know you have one-on-one opportunity to the outside. You put it up in the air, you trust your 6'5" receiver, but right there, Harris is in position. He just didn't go up and time that well. Good job of really being in phase. He goes up with the right hand, but remember, Brazel is one of the best in the SEC at these one-on-one jump balls. What a great job of showing the ball skills there, and the Vols needed a play, and they get it.
Likely to be the final play of the third quarter. Stockton fires. Catch made by Lawson Lucky. And the tight end out across the 40 for a first down.
Ripped at the football, but Frazier with the strength held on to it.
With tempo, Stockton from the pocket. Launches downfield. Catch is made. London Humphreys. First and goal. So Woodring tries to go 3 for 3. And Georgia does reclaim the lead.
But yeah, he turned the wrong way, away from the back.
Aguilar slings it, and the catch is made. Reaching out. The 6th catch, 177 total yards. Off the left side. Off and running. Star Thomas. That's the first really explosive running play they've had.
Got up to the second level, opened that up, and how about the acceleration there by Thomas?
Aguilar looking to throw downfield, man wide open, caught for a touchdown by Staley.
I think it's a shallow cross, working away underneath. He's just going to stop. Nope, he goes upfield. Heck of a job by Aguilar, giving him the time to be able to sell it and then get upfield, put it up in the air. No Georgia defender anywhere around.
Stockton, hit, ball is loose, still rolling around. Tennessee's got it. Bryson Eason makes the recovery. Joshua Josephs knocked it loose.
Into mind to knock that ball away right there with the right hand away from Gunnar Stockton. What a play by the Vols defense.
Sophomore from Memphis. Line drive kick hammered right through. Max Gilbert does his job. Stockton has a clean pocket this time, delivers across the middle, and the catch is made by Sokobi White-Helton, involved for the first time today. Redshirt freshman.
Joseph's lined up across from him to the outside.
They're showing pressure, but don't bring it. Ball is quickly to Bell on the perimeter, who cuts back inside, and Dylan Bell spun down, but it's a first down as he got away from Arion Carter. They bring pressure. Stockton together, long throw to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Humphreys! Are you kidding me? A 4th down touchdown. What a throw! A 2-pointer from tying it now.
Humphreys out here to your right, able to create this matchup, try to get him against the true freshman. It's exactly what they got. Redmond is pretty good coverage, but that ball is perfectly placed to the outside shoulder. We can get away. That's not enough of a push off for offensive PI. Just great execution by the dog.
4 receivers. Stockton as a runner, always a threat here. Drops back, delivers, wide open, and Zach Branch converts. And Georgia has drawn even. Can he clear out the static in his head and execute in a play unlike he's ever faced in his career? Long throw on the money, caught by Staley. Well done by the quarterback. And it's a first down at the 40. Quick throw, caught, Kitzelman, tight end, knocked out of bounds, and now they're comfortably within field goal range. And this has just complicated things. A false start before the snap. To back them up 5.
Offense number 74. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
The left guard, 74. Yep, little slight.
Drives it. It's fading. And he missed it wide to the right.
That pressure, nothing you can do as a college coach matches what Gilbert just faced. A chance to win this game. In a rivalry game we haven't won since 2016. Game on a line.
Pressure comes late. Aguilar flips it incomplete. There was no one there. Kitzelman had lined up on that side, but he didn't go out. Can he find his technique this time to give Tennessee the lead? This one is driven straight through. Wishing he could have done that a few minutes ago. Frazier's the back. He's got it. Can he get the edge? Cuts inside. Nate Frazier down the sideline. Grabbed out of bounds inside the 5. Turrentine saved a touchdown.
They go heavy with a heavy look. 3 tight ends. How about 56 out in front? Micah Morris, great job of pulling around. I thought with that acceleration, 240 pounds, or you put it into his belly and you pull it, the quarterback goes around the edge. It's the other option.
McCray driving, reaching for the end zone. Spotted short. Third down coming up.
If he's short, he's about on the 6-inch line. I don't know if he was able to lean and push the ball across.
He reached it.
Watch right there. That's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a win.
Ball broke the plane.
That's ball game. That's a Georgia win. He got across.
Reviewing the play right now. Short of the goal line.
No,
Previous plays under further review.
It was hard to see live, but he did take a risk, by the way,
and the left,
seeing that ball into traffic.
Left knee stayed up. It looked close, like the left knee might have touched, but the left knee never touched.
Well, this is going to be some delayed pain for 109,000.
Yeah, but everybody at home sees what we see. See that left knee never touched. Came close.
Ball.
And then the ball breaks the plane.
These folks have waited a decade for the Crimson Tide to come calling between the hedges. But Alabama and Georgia, wherever, whenever they collide, get magic created. Memories made.
Just got it snapped. Simpson lets it rip. Catch made. Horton.
First down inside the 25.
Jeremy Bernard in the backfield. Now he motions out. Dogs bring pressure. Bernard's got it on the edge. And he's got some blockers. Jeremy Bernard, one of the best players on this football team. The former Husky weaves his way to a 1st and goal. Zipped across the middle, touchdown. There's Bernard out of the slot. And a marathon march. The Tide draw first blood between the hedges.
Here's man-to-man right here on the tight end. That clears, and now you got the open space right there for the touchdown. Good job of timing that up. Good job of waiting to just the right time for that tight end to clear with K.J. Bolton. And that's an easy inside release. Look at his eyes, right on it. What a drive by the quarterback and by this offense on that 14-play drive.
Yeah, it's a tough assignment for Ellis Robinson, man-to-man against Bernard, who can do it all. See, line up in the backfield. He's run for a touchdown this year. Got to get 5 on 3rd to get the drive going. Stockton has space, delivers across the middle, incomplete. That was Branch streaking down the middle. Thought he had a chance to maybe pick that up with his legs there. Miller is to the left of Simpson. Dogs rush 4. Simpson steps up, fires across the middle. Catch is made. That's Josh Cuevas, the big tight end. Make it 5 for 5. Now motions out. Simpson again has time, and it's Bernard underneath.
All 11. It's not just one guy, all 11.
Deep drop. Simpson looking across the middle, then delivers a strike. And the tough catch made by Lazier Brooks took a blow. Big Gabe Harris unable to keep the edge there. And the Tide with a 1st and goal. Fake it to Miller on the run. Simpson launches end zone. Touchdown, Isaiah Horton. And the Crimson Tide.
Evan, what you'll love to see is watching Horton work back with his quarterback. This is incredible, almost like it was designed. Watch him stop, feels the defense, and then works back to the left, and Simpson locates him for that touchdown.
Bama's been tough, and yes, they lost at Florida State, made a couple big plays, but they're very good at limiting big plays so far through 3 games. Chauncey Bowens busts loose, sprints down the sideline. Zamani Jackson couldn't corral him, and the Dogs in business now.
Side of this offensive line. How about that? 2 true freshmen going against Alabama. Look at the big fella, 73. Gaston does a nice job along with Delp, the big tight end. And this is a Georgia team that when they went to Tuscaloosa, if I remember, they were down 28.
Yes.
And fought back.
On the road, down 14. Stockton loops the throw. Wide open is Colby Young for a touchdown. How's that for an answer? Can't be surprised, can you?
Right on cue. Alabama rolled the dice. They've been blitzing some safeties. When you do that, you don't have anybody back there to help out. It just can go downfield. This is a slant and go. The eyes of Damani Jackson were in the backfield. No safety behind.
Dogs still trying to get adjusted over there. Some confusion on the defensive side. Simpson has time and now rolls and fires incomplete. On the far sideline, delivered a bullet. 2nd and 8. And off inside, Frazier. Met right in the hole, fumble the football, and Alabama recovers it. Lawson fell on the football.
Tight to the line of scrimmage, puts his shoulder pad right on the football, and eventually knocks that ball away from Nate Frazier. And Bama jumps on top of it. Looked like Deontay Lawson. Look at that form tackle. Ball is out.
Hubbard is just a playmaker. He's already got a couple of picks and now a forced fumble. And the Tide convert the fumble recovery to 3. Most explosive twitched up pass rushers. He's not on the 2 deep, but that was the first name they said. Pierre Stockton zips it. And the catch is made by Colby Young, who shows that strength after the catch and muscles for a 1st down across the 35. Picked up 17. Josh McCray, the 240-pound hammer, who scored that overtime touchdown in the game as pass protector. Stockton flushed, and he'll be sacked. It's a short sack, but
you got to trust it. Go through your progressions and get that ball out.
And off inside, Bowens busts loose. Chauncey Bowens galloping down the sideline, knocked out inside the 10 by Jackson.
And watch 63, the freshman. They just pushed the entire Alabama defensive line, just flush them down, and that opened it up for Chauncey Bowens. Morris is a veteran 5th-year senior, and 63, Dontrell Glover, a true freshman. Both do a great job.
On the pitch, walking in for the touchdown is Bowens. And Georgia hits back again.
But again, a great response from Georgia after they gave up 3 after their own fumble.
4-man rush. Simpson has plenty of time. Pumps, and now he's going to flush and roll and fire across the middle. And wide open is Williams, who makes that catch over the middle. And he's in Georgia territory at the 45. They just get it snapped. Simpson dumps it off in traffic. Brooks makes the play, and let's hear Brooks is still running. Poor tackling by the Dogs, and Brooks, but little urgency here to get up
Proctor's over here, Chris.
Simpson on the move. He's going to keep it and score. Creative, efficient. And Simpson says, hush now. Alabama stretches the lead before halftime. Another 75-yard drive.
Yeah, it started with his pregame speech to his team. You can see the Georgia fans, they don't know what to think right now. But everybody better pay attention to Ty Simpson, quarterback at Alabama. This guy's not only a distributor. And then here's the touchdown. Talked about you got to worry about all these receivers, the different guys going in different directions. He's got an open man there in the back line, but instead goes the easy route and just gets to the corner for the touchdown.
Appreciate your prep, Holly. Really do.
Guys, yeah, it's so cool, too. What's really cool about Caden Proctor's touchdown right there, I was standing at practice with Kalen DeBoer, and he got this sheet from the strength and conditioning staff. Caden Proctor has been on a 9-week weight loss goal, and he achieved
Be able to be the guy that kind of sets the tone and makes a difference.
Bernard in the backfield. They hand it to the receiver. If you could even call him that, he's just Mr. Everything. And he scoots around the edge for a first down. Play clock down at 2. Simpson zips it, complete across the middle. Caleb Edwards is a true freshman tight end. Nope. Duck hooked badly. Single coverage. Still in Bell in motion. It's a reverse. Now they fake it and Bell's off and running. Dylan Bell knifing deep into the Alabama defense all the way down to the 25. The man who put Georgia ahead.
Such a big play is the reaction by the safety. He follows the double reverse, and so he's able to cut back. That's 3 right there who went in the other direction and responded to this fake to Branch. They're so focused on Branch.
But a quiet start of the season for Dylan Bell, who's very versatile, as you can see, can move for a big man. Bowens around the edge, and the Dogs fighting right back here. Back in there. Got it again. And fight stretches, touchdown. McCray and the Dogs do slice into the lead.
He's their short yardage goal line back. He bounces it. Right there's the collision. He's not quite in, but good effort. You see 41 Hill Green getting in there too, but well, he's a handful.
Play clock at 1. It was disorganized from the start, and Quatavius Johnson makes the play. So haven't seen Georgia convert on 3rd down tonight. Another chance here. Stockton running all the way, and they will finally convert as Gunnar Stockton gets the edge. They lost contain out there. It's happening quickly. It's an enormous play. Cash Jones is going to be hit behind the line. L.T. Overton makes a huge play for this Tide defense, and they preserve the lead in the red zone.
What? How are they going to hold up? Well, here they are. 22's right here across from them. Splits them. Not fooled at all by the tempo. Gets just enough on Cash Jones, who's usually a 3rd down back that slides out of the backfield. How about the play by 22?
Great play by Overton. Hindsight says, do you use? Now 3 receivers to the left. Simpson flips it in the flat. Miller's got it, and he slides down at the 50 with a first down.
It's been on display tonight here in Athens.
Crimson Tide come between the hedges and beat Georgia again.
I love you, man. Hey,
And Kalen DeBoer is a big game coach. If you didn't know that, and you're an Alabama fan or SEC fan, he's now 7-1 in top 10 against top 10 opponents. 7-1.
This is who he is. This is who you hired.
You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. We welcome you to Tucson, Arizona. The number 18 BYU Cougars come to town and put their record of perfection on the line, a 5-0 mark, as they take on the 4-1 Arizona Wildcats. Preston Rex joins him in the backfield, who has never had a carry in his career. Not getting one here, and it is L.J. Martin for the first down. Third in the yard, it's a fake. It's Preston Rex to the outside. He's got a first down inside the 25-yard line.
By the wide receiver on the outside, Parker Kingston. But right away, that ball's to Rex. He gets the block from the receiver, and this is what they were excited about with Rex, getting him to the outside.
8th play of the drive for the Cougars is a 2nd and 10. Bachmeier gives it. Martin's on the move. He is gone. Touchdown, BYU.
L.J. Martin.
It's all about the downhill runs. They had a little Bear Bachmeier, but it's been all about L.J. Martin. Martin tiptoeing into the end zone. Cougs up 7 in the desert.
Hand off, it's Kedrick Reesino with a big opening, and he's into BYU territory. Wrapped up by Tanner Wall and picks up 17 yards.
Oh, I love this patient run.
And BYU brings pressure. The ball is knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and they say an incomplete pass as it got picked up. We saw Preston Rex have his first catch of his career. Stays to block. Bachmeier deep over the middle. Ball is caught. Parker Kingston. And it's a long-distance dedication for the redshirt junior. BYU's up 2 scores on a 75-yard touchdown.
I want you to watch this route. It's all about Parker Kingston, but watch here. These guys over here, the blocking. You need blocking first. This is a max protection look. You get the max protection, you get the time you need, and Bachmeier, just an outstanding throw, and the first touchdown reception given up by this Arizona defense. Possible screen at the bottom.
Fafita on the slant. It's complete to Hudson, who's been his most reliable target today. They gamble. It pays off. 10-yard gains on their first 2 drives. This one, 6 plays and 43 yards already. Craig with some room. Can he beat the defense to the 20 and a lowered shoulder with a nice run as he tramples over Maury Pamba.
By Mr. Craig for the first down run.
Swerve hit that corner low. 15 yards. But they're finding success with Craig. Deep drop Fafita. Taking a shot to the end zone. Chris Hudson. He's got it for 6.
I want you to watch this route by Hudson. He just gets up and he gets lost behind there. And Fafita, this is what a good quarterback does. You got to put it to an area. Throw it to the back pylon.
Great bases. They put on a good show. Sam Vanderhaar, it's a fake. Here he goes to the 40. He is stopped. A turnover on downs as BYU goes for it and does not get it.
But this was just a terrific job by Dalton Johnson at the end. Watch 43, Dalton Johnson. He's actually being held, but he makes the play. It's a little for Arizona.
Lonnie looked like he might get bottled up there, and instead, from the gun, 4th and 1. They started with a short field. Now they just need a yard. They've got it with Fafita on the move. Well, there may be a lot of folks who didn't love the 3rd down call, but you can't argue with success on 4th down.
Pullback. Right here in front of your living room, you got 24 coming in with the seal block, boom! And then you got Fafita coming in to get, and the ball went over his head.
Michael Salgado Medina has not been a sure thing this year, but this is a chip shot. 24 yards. 4 rushing yards a game. That's 15th best in the country. They bring the tight end Carson Ryan across the formation to free up L.J. Martin. He just carries defenders with him. 11 yards for it with a fake by Sam Vanderhaar. They're comfortable with this. You get the tush push there, a 230-pound quarterback being pushed by a 220-pound running back. 13 carries for Martin, 99 yards. And the century mark is complete. Boy, he is just having the seas part for him through the middle of this defense right now.
I mean, just look at these blocks. He's had some great blocks. I mean, watch 71 on the end. He's just getting up. He's on the 2nd level. Look, he's covering up the linebacker, Tay Brown. So just watch as they just continue.
25 made field goals in a row come to an end. And this field goal is no good. He just narrowly missed it.
Beating Arizona, but they knew BYU was going to be a great test for him.
Fafita's got time in the pocket. To the sideline. Excellent toss there to Chris Hunter, who makes his first catch of the night into BYU territory. 4 to choose from. He throws deep, looking for 6, and he puts it on the money. Chris Hunter. Arizona's got the lead for the first time tonight.
And then you've got a quarterback with belief. To just watch the air on this football. It goes up like the rainbow. It lands right in that pot of gold. That's an outstanding throw and an even better catch. That's a tight spiral, and it just falls right into the arms of Chris Hunter. Here comes the pressure looks.
He's got time. His pass to the sideline is intercepted. Traden Stukes with a purloined pigskin.
Ball. Just watch how this play kind of develops. Here's Stukes here. This play is going to go here and go right to the outside, and Stukes just undercut it. Just a nice job by the corner. Playing two routes. He stays under it. He cut underneath it. That's a terrific job. Great hip turn. He's trying to get the ball to Parker Kingston. And just a nice job there by Stukes with the interception.
Just 2 games ago, he went for 189 yards against K-State. See if they can keep up the good protection for Fafita. He's got all sorts of time, has a lane to get outside, the ability to scramble, and his pass complete just shy of midfield to Chris Hudson. Armore, the tight end in motion, not much of a pass catcher. They send him out, go the other way. What a grab there by Hudson, reaching up to get it and takes it to the BYU 35-yard line for 19 more.
Delivered on time, and watch Hudson. He gets out of that break. He cuts to the inside. That ball's delivered. He goes up and grabs it. That's an outstanding catch by Chris Hudson. 5'11", 170.
Fafita's got time. Retreating, pressured, a desperation toss, and it's taken away. Well, it was going to BYU one way or the other, and it ends up in Isaiah Glasker's breadbasket.
Tausili Akana just coming off the edge and fighting all the way through, forcing the quarterback to make a throw, and the interception. Bear Bachmeier, we're going to get back to what we do. And you saw running the football starting off.
Fake the orbit give to Roberts, and a bullet of a throw to Parker Kingston. Rex tonight getting his first career carries. Ball is loose. A lucky bounce for Bachmeier. Can he make the most of it? And that ball downfield is taken away for the second time tonight. Dalton Johnson with the pick.
This is just a freshman mistake by Bachmeier. The ball's in the air, so right now you're like, okay, I've got the ball, let me just throw it away. But he sees that Carson Ryan's open, but Dalton Johnson just flying, and he undercut the route. When you're throwing off one foot, that ball.
Fafita flushed. Tight window. It's Hudson. Every time there's been a tense moment tonight. Richino powers through a tackle. He keeps on going, and 4th and 1 turns into a touchdown. A 36-yard punch to the sternum.
You can't draw it up any better, but you got the middle linebacker, Siali Acera, and you got this running back. They're going to meet right here, and watch what happens. Boom! Right through the tackle of Acera, and you're playing the fight song if you're the Wildcats. The Racino runs.
They've turned the ball over. 2 interceptions tonight for Bear Bachmeier, the 2nd and 3rd of his career. Started with the run game here. And he is 9 yards forward on 1st down. 9th play of the drive. Play clock is down to 3 for BYU. 4-man rush, long throw. And the biggest catch of the game for BYU, hauled in by Parker Kingston to keep their drive alive. 9th play of the drive. Play clock is down to 3 for BYU. 4-man rush, long throw. And the biggest catch of the game for BYU, hauled in by Parker Kingston to keep their drive alive. Sense of urgency getting to the line now. Just 6 minutes to go. Fake the handoff, go over the middle to Roberts. He sets them up well inside the 15-yard line. 24 yards to get them within 1 score. And they finally have their first points since the first quarter. Third and 7. He gets away from the pressure like a hurdler, and his throw is incomplete. BYU wanted the interception by Faletau Satuala. It hits the turf. By himself in the backfield. They dial up the run for him. He carries it safely inside the 35 and gets 4 yards. They've been very comfortable with that play call.
Yeah, they love that play call. It's an easy play call for him. I keep it in the hands of Bachmeier. He's been great on these 3rd and shorts.
LJ Martin has been phenomenal too. Across the 15-yard line.
And a lot of times it's this guy, Chase Roberts, here at the bottom. He's been the go-to guy.
2nd and 4. He's got pressure, but he's also got room to run. Off the back foot, throw to the end zone. Incomplete pass. Chase Roberts does not get it. Does the forearm stay all the way underneath the ball? If it touches the ground at all, yeah, it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah.
Very close.
It's close.
But that frame right there where it touches the ground
and pops up. Yeah, He didn't have maintained control too. It is so close. But you watch the movement of the football once it touches the ground. See how it's on the ground and then it spins. So he doesn't have a maintained control throughout.
After review, ruling on the field is upheld. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, that's what we saw. It was close. You have a run call.
Designed for Bachmeier. Ball is loose. Ball is on the ground at the 5. Arizona says they've got it. Officials coming in for a closer look. Kyle Safarchuk, the right guard, celebrating with the ball.
Yeah, Genesis Smith, number 12, he knocks the football out.
And they are right back to the line.
Here's a timeout from Brent Brennan.
Here's that design roll. To his right side, to the end zone. A flag is down on an incomplete pass.
They're going to get Dansby again. He's on the back of Kingston.
Time is short, but the opportunities are growing.
Number 25, defense, ball placed at the 2-yard line, automatic 1st down.
I don't really see much. I think the Arizona fans are looking at that replay. I don't see much there. Did he initiate contact before the ball get there? And I didn't see a lot. Something that rises to the level of a flag.
Tight end to either side of the formation. Martin in the backfield. Bachmeier on the move. Turns it up, and he scores! Fafita against 8 defenders back deep. Check down throw. Craig, the running back, spins ahead to the 5, and he is short of the 1st down. As an ideal a spot as you could hope for a kicker. 23-yarder, and just about straight on for Michael Salgado Medina. He drills it. If they don't get any further, it'll be about a 44-yard field goal. Bachmeier picks up the block from Martin to the 30, and it's backwards again. And Farron is nails from 45 yards. Ryan, the tight end, in the slot left, and Martin out wide. Another design run, and Bachmeier with a lunge does it again.
They got everybody flying out. The linebacker, Tay Brown, followed the running back. And you had one-on-one with the safety, Dalton Johnson. You made him miss. And that's all you want. 43 right there. He just makes a miss.
Martin in the backfield.
Same play.
And this looks right. The ball is tipped. The 2-point try is no good. Fafita steps up in the pocket, launches, and the game is over. BYU stays perfect.
Well, they got what they wanted. They got the double team, and they got the route, little double move. It was a double move to the outside. That ball is thrown and just off the fingertips of Javen Watley.
Rebels and Dogs from Athens. Yep, that's what usually happens. He lands near the hedges. And a quick throw to Zachariah Branch, who makes a grab for about 8 yards. Chauncey Bowens, it's his turn to the backfield. He's got the football to Flea Flicker. Stockton launching downfield, looking for Colby Young. He's got it in stride. Trickery from Mike Bobo, and the Dogs in business inside the Ole Miss 25.
Well, this is a really challenging play for this corner. He gets his eyes in the backfield. That was Chris Graves. Watch him right here. He starts to take a peek. He loses the receiver because of the way you see the speed and being able to pull away.
Down on the field preseason, it could be a factor on punts and kicks. Drives it. No problem for Woodring. 2 excellent field goal kickers today. And Georgia drives it 42 yards. Guy. But this is all new for him. Needs help from Kyron Lacey, who's a very tough to tackle back. They fake it to Lacey and flip it in the flat, and that's their big weapon. Daquan Wright, one of my favorite players to watch. You start studying the tape, big fella. 3 receivers to the left. Dribbling set off to the right. Chambliss, slant, a dart. It's caught and right near the marker.
To be able to get the separation for the first down.
One Lacey set out far to the left. He's looking to the right. Another very accurate throw. He's putting it on the money. And 2nd and 10. Wide open. Stribling was kind of ignored. A big push in there, and that's going to be good enough for another first down. Just gets it off. Fumble! That was messed up. It was a little too kind of sluggish, the operation, and didn't leave much time. And you've never heard crowd noise like this against him. Chambliss is going to take off. Can he get to the pylon? He does, standing up, and Ole Miss right down the field.
Right here, who's spying the quarterback, but he gets outrun. Chambliss knew exactly where he wanted to go. Impressive that he stepped up away from Cole. Then he knew it was him against number 5. Who's going to get to that corner? Uses the speed and the awareness to put Ole Miss up here early.
4, play clock winding down now. And Stockton looking to throw, now takes off, makes a man miss, and dives for a first down.
On one side, they feel pretty good about Antonio Kite 8 on the other.
Fake like was going to be a reverse and handed off to Bowens off the right side. Shows his power. A very talented right tackle. They're not sure if he can have the stamina today to go the distance, but he's out there starting. Branch still running. Very tough to bring down. Excellent balance as well as being very twitchy. Chess game because they tempo they think can be effective, but you're right, in the bigger picture, give that offense fewer at bats if you can. Stockton, not a great throw. Lawson lucky, the tight end kind of came back around, twisted to make the catch for 13. Set up just inside the 14. Fake it to Frazier. And Stockton pitches it. It's Delp who makes the catch on the run. Knocked out of bounds. And now Frazier motions out. Stockton took a look that way. Now launches to the end zone. Wide open is Lucky for the touchdown. Tight ends playing a big part in that drive, and they cap it off.
He's trying to communicate, make sure everybody's on the same page. You got 3 receivers out there, 2 defenders come up. Nobody stays on the back end with Lucky. Easy read, but was all established because of the Bobo motion there to confuse the defense.
They've won the D2 National Championship. Off the fake, Chambliss throws it across the middle, and there's that big tight end. Daquan Wright is a problem, and Georgia hasn't solved it yet.
Act like they typically do this year.
That time they back everybody out except for 3. He squeezes it into Trey Wallace, and it's a 12-yard gain and another first down.
Making a play, and then a poor block on top of that by the receiver.
Winston Watkins, the receiver, was in the backfield. They pitch it downfield to him, and he's wide open. A little wrinkle. They put the receiver in the backfield, and the Dogs totally lost track of him. Lacey reaches and is going to be spotted short, they say. KJ Bolden holding on to him. Lacey, easy. Bulldogs give up a second touchdown to Ole Miss. 2 possessions, 2 scores. They go back on top. You add in today's carries, 138. Nobody else on this team has more than 18 carries as a running back. Stockton, meanwhile, has plenty of time on first down and makes a low throw. London Humphreys, reliable. Have a 3rd down conversion against Auburn until the 4th quarter. They're going to try to run for it and get it. Bowen just barrels into Ole Miss territory. Big chunk play to convert 3rd and 7. Got G all the time. Across the middle. Catch is made. Dylan Bell, who's been waiting to make impact plays. Keeper, Stockton, headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. They answer right back. What can they do to slow down Trinidad Chambliss? On the edge, pitch down, and the catch is made by Caleb Odom, the tight end, and he rumbles. Start is in Sanford Stadium, and he has been nearly flawless so far. That's Stribling in his 47th start. College football bounced around Wazoo. Bring him in cold from the half-yard line. Chambliss goes in motion this time, and he just barrels in. Lacey on the direct snap, so a lot going on, and Ole Miss finishes another touchdown drive to go back on top.
Good job of just pushing, bowling people back. Easy touchdown.
So Austin Simmons, who's been battling an ankle injury, and that's when Chambliss is taken off like a rocket ship, comes in for a couple plays. They put him in the slot, fake it to him. Of course, we'll get it to begin the second half, as you said. Stockton was looking downfield on 3rd and 3, and now pitches it short for a first down. Typically have problems getting blocked. And that one is up and good. So as time expires in a really entertaining and offensive-dominated first half, namaste, Zen out there. Just keep doing what you're doing if you can. Uh-oh, breaking free. Stribling in a foot race. Down the sideline. An electric touchdown. Ole Miss still perfect. 75 yards. They've been methodical the first 3 drives, Kirk. This time, boom, 2 plays.
And Lane Kiffin, who's fired up, he saw something from the sideline. He's known for his ability to communicate. Down, you look at all those red jerseys. They're up close, ready to blitz. Get the ball out fast. Now make one guy miss. Make a miss, and now it's a foot race. And there's Lane right there. Oh, you got to show Lane. He's involved in the foot race. There he is. Come on, Lane. Let's go. Get it up there.
The guy with the football's had some pretty good speed, too, for Ole Miss, but nobody faster than Stribling.
A good call there. Works out. Good way to start the second half.
4 for 4. All the Rebels touchdowns. Bowens. Georgia, though, on their end, has been able to answer.
Being able to deal with T.J. Dottery there.
Now it's a 3-man rush, and Stockton has time and zips it in there to Kobe Humphreys came back, get it, went a little curl. Turns and hands it to Bowen to the left, makes a cut, and they're grabbing at the football. They can't get it. 1st and goal. Perkins dropped him for another 5-yard gain. The game winner against Tennessee. Touchdown. They zip it across the middle. Lawson Lucky, his second today. Tight ends have waited to make a big impact.
You have Delpierre, you have Lucky here. And again, you got a defense with their eyes in the backfield, really worried more about what was going on with McCray checked in. I think they were just thinking with that motion, that's going to be a toss sweep.
This season. That's Jones in motion. Stockton pats the ball, spins free, scanned in the end zone, and he'll be dropped by Sunterian Perkins to the sack. Pitch on third down today.
Now he is.
Three-man rush, long throw sidelines. Going up to get it is Alexander, and a flag comes in. But what a grab, and they're still perfect on third down.
What
pass interference.
Catch.
Defense, number 15. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Here to lay out. Tight coverage. The left hand and arm goes up. He's inbounds. Look at the reaction from Ole Miss. Jeez, that's big time.
Direct snap. Lacey to Chambliss. Are you kidding me? Looking to throw the ball as Alexander. And just fake it to him. He scoots down the sidelines. Trickery on 4th and 1.
In front of this tough environment.
Chambliss. There's a slant. He's caught by Trey Wallace. David Pollock, our buddy, paid a visit to the bus. He said typically what Smart does after halftime is defensive line, but let's see if this one heads to the perimeter. Nope, they're going to try to run right into it. And Chambliss, touchdown, he got in. Trinidad Chambliss continues a superb performance in his first FBS road start.
Well, he does a heck of a job at navigating. He's so natural as a ball carrier. Almost running back skill set. And then the leg drive there. Oh, the knee touches. They'll probably take a peek at this.
After video review,
fascinating.
The call of a touchdown is upheld.
So 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. Lacey and Chambliss each have 2 rushing touchdowns. Does this feel different, though?
It feels different. Absolutely. Doesn't mean they can't win it, but it feels different.
Well, they're going to do it the old-fashioned way. They get in the drive with 2 McCray runs. And
a good job on 3rd and short. Now here we are at 4th and 1. They got to get right to that 45-yard line.
Still 3rd quarter, but it feels urgent. Bowens and McCray, both big fellas in there. No! Yes! There's no way he was going to get out of that. He was stacked up, and he just broke free. Stockton launching. Branch comes back, makes the catch. Wins the 1-1 battle. Play 12 of this drive. Looking to throw for it, pitches it down, and Frazier walks in. Desperately needed for the Dogs to cut into this lead. Deafening now. Extra rusher, Chambliss slings it, broken up. Dalen Everett got the arm out in front of Stribling, and Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, has a stop against Ole Miss.
And you said it, deafening, by far the loudest this stadium's been.
And out. And the Dogs, will they continue to pound away? No, they give it to Dylan Bell on the edge. Bell off and running. Dylan Bell dragged down at midfield. Frazier up the left side, broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, drives those legs, first down and more.
With a condensed formation look with a couple tight ends and Humphreys.
Play fake. Stockton scanning downfield, and now just trying to scramble. Has a lot of room off to his left, and he ain't sliding. Dives down, first down at the 25. 2nd and 10. Stockton to Branch. He's got some space. Makes a cut. Ole, and then leaps out of bounds. He'll stop and go from Zachariah. It's another first down. Gives Georgia running game. Bowen's the back. Fake it to him. Stockton end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Hat trick. Lawson lucky.
But he's making the read off of the linebacker right here. Once you make that read, the linebacker commits up. It's a nice throwing lane for him to be able to put the ball right on the money for, as he says, number 3 on the day for Lucky.
Here we go, 3rd and 9. Chambliss launching downfield, battle for the ball. All making the play was Trey Wallace, but broken up and saying thumbs down is DeMello Jones. Dogs get another stop. Back to back, 3 and outs. They have been moved backwards pretty aggressively by this offensive line. Lately, there you go. On cue, invading the backfield has been Xavier Harris. Belly hanging out, but he's got some quicks for a big man. Tackles for loss in the game. So the Dogs at 2nd and 12 looking to throw for it. Stockton down the far sideline. Making a catch is Dylan Bell. 1-on-1, fought back and came up with it. 36 yards inside the Ole Miss 40.
Now the best ball Gunner Stockton makes, in my opinion, is that downfield go ball. And why not go after the weakness? Even though it's a risky call after that tackle for a loss, the weakness of Ole Miss is the corners. Go after him. Trust your quarterback to make a throw. He's holding on.
Right on cue, Frazier, speaking of boxers, makes the move, cuts it back in, another chunk.
That was a 3-yard loss that turned into a 3-yard gain.
Rebels need to get a stop. Georgia needs 3 to keep this punishing drive going. Frazier. No, he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That is a big play by Andrew Jones, a backup who's played well this afternoon. The kick gets up and over the long arms of Wright. Knocked it right through to force OT and eventually win it. Lacey. The passing game hasn't worked in the 4th quarter. Not looking nearly as calm and composed as he was for the first 3 quarters. Pressure comes again. Chambliss trying to stay alive and now just has to throw it away. Pressure again. Stands and delivers, and it was almost intercepted. Dalen Everett broke it up, and it's 4th down.
And how much of that is Georgia cranking up the defense here these last couple of possessions?
I vote for the latter.
Yeah.
4th down, gotta have it, not gonna get it. Batted down to the line of scrimmage. That was Josh Horton again, just trying to take over late in the game, and the Dogs are gonna do it again.
The most resilient team in college football, the Georgia Bulldogs, did not look good early. They just keep together. They just believe. When you do it that many times, we showed you a graphic, they did it in 24. It's the 3rd time they've done it in 25. A twist right there allows him to be able to get to that edge and use his eyes to time that up perfectly.
You have depth, and they don't have what they're used to having, but you get a guy like Horton who's fresh. He's flying around as a pass rusher in his last.
Niblett leads the country in combined kickoff and punt return yards. He won't have a chance on a touchback. 3rd down defense in the country. Texas mediocre on 3rd down. They faced a lot of long yardages, and they convert here on the throw to Emmett Mosley. 9-yard gain. Manning to the transfer from Stanford. Opponents converting just 22% this year against Texas A&M. Terrific punt. Jack Bowmeister, the transfer from Utah. Reuben Owens is the running back. Reed into the end zone, pulls it down and gets yanked down by Ethan Burke. KC Concepcion went in motion. Here's Mario Craver. Yanked down. Coached against him when Mike was the head coach at Duke. Reed chopped down after he crossed the line of scrimmage. In the red zone, scored the first touchdown of that game on a 15-yard run. He's on target with a nice throw. It's Jack Endries, the tight end. Manning on 3rd down and 9. Another deep throw. Hoping for Wingo. Double covered and broken up. And again, the crowd wants a flag.
Down the sideline. Look at the left hand. There is Ricks.
My goodness.
I mean, I'm not sure what pass interference is if that's not called. I mean, a ton of contact, not trying to play the ball, just playing the receiver all the way through. The Texas Longhorns.
Owens a 4-yard rush, and now Reed into a crowd, but got it to Concepcion. Breaks free from a tackle from Michael Taff and gets a few more yards out at the 34 for each of the last 10 games. Reed takes off running and goes out of bounds in Longhorn territory at the 46. 20 yards on the run for Phillips, who's just become a starter the last couple of weeks. Play fake, Reed throws wide open. Mario Craver slammed down by Jelani McDonald.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 4 defense. Distance to the goal, first down.
When you lift a player up and slam him backwards, it's going to result in a call, and a good one.
2nd and 15. Owens the running back. Reed stumbled as he crossed the line of scrimmage and faced down in the turf. It was an awkward stumble. He didn't get hit. He's up on his feet. Nice round of applause from the crowd here in Austin. And hobbling as he trots off. And this is just his 6th career field goal attempt. From 35 yards, low, might have been deflected. And it's no good.
And a great surge there by Burke, too, as the ball looks like it's a little bit low off the foot of Zirkle. That would allow Burke, who's falling down, to get a piece of it. Line to go.
Best 3rd down defense in the country by a long shot. Manning takes off running. He has a lot of room, and he slides down with a first down. They'll mark him where his hips started to drop, and that's back at the 32, but past the markers. The rivalry stopped in 2012 when A&M went to the SEC, resumed last year. Manning takes off running again, dives headfirst this time to avoid that mark behind him. In that regard, in the conference, 9%. They also recruit exceedingly well. Weisner, some nifty footwork and a first down to the A&M 40-yard line. 10th play of the drive. It's a run for Weisner. Down the sideline and out of bounds with another first down. Plus, he's 15 out of 16 inside 50. And he hooks that one through beautifully. Mason Shipley. Marcel Reed, his helmet on. He was in a gathering of the offense a moment ago as they get ready to take the field, now down 3-0. Here's Terry Bussey on the return. They haven't played for a conference championship since 1998 in the old days of the Big 12. Theo Mellon Orstrom, one of their tight ends. Aggies on offense, 0 for 3 on 3rd. Owens converts and had more in the run if he could have stayed on his feet. 9.5 to go in the half. 1st and 10 A&M, down 3-zip. Reed running well on the injured leg, has another first down. Continued. Zirkle has gotten the chance. First one tonight blocked. This one good from 31 yards. An Australian. punting for the 4th time already. Concepcion escapes. KC Concepcion still on his feet and goes down at the 43. A very entertaining return. Ethan Burke had him by the jersey. 4th down and 5. Reed caught. Craver has a first down before he got pinballed around near the 30. Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, and Molly McGrath from sold-out DKR in Austin. Reed short for Craver, lunging for the line to gain. Reuben Owens, the running back. Reed faked it to him. The slant caught by Concepcion.
Marshall Reed.
FCS team that's now 1-11. Reed handed it off. Concepcion breaks a tackle and has a touchdown. KC Concepcion, an 8-yard touchdown run. First touchdown of the night. That is the question being looked at in the replay booth.
And watch closely here. Where's his body as the ball crosses the plane right there? It looks like
touchdown.
That left leg is up.
Yep. Nothing.
That's up another score for the Aggies. So make sure you get the ball out if you're Arch Manning.
He's been under duress all night. That's been their best offense. Manning running. Manning looking to the sideline for help. On 2nd and 6, a 4-man rush. He lobs it on target to Wisner in field goal range to the 41. The clock will stop for a moment to move the chains after an 11-yard gain. And he's going to spike it into the ground to stop the clock. Manning blasted, trying to get rid of it after he got hit by Onyedim. The officials conferring. Texas A&M saying that should be our ball. Arch Manning hoping it's an incomplete pass. Now they throw a flag. This is going to be a grounding call.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. The ball carrier was down. 4th down.
Ryan Wingo went in motion. And Travion Wisner threw a big hole across midfield. And down at the 30-yard line of Texas A&M, Tyreek Chappelle connected from 41 in the first half. And that one's good.
Strike the schedule matches up with anybody.
Marcel Reed on target, and then Craver got leveled by Kobe Black. Wisner again patiently waited for a hole to show up, and he's across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The guys are dropping him in the open field.
Here's Wisner. Out of bounds inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 27. And Texas has a 100-yard rusher for the first time in a game. C.J. Baxter's come in at running back. Manning takes off running, throws on the run very close to the line of scrimmage. Caught in the back of the end zone for a Ryan Wingo touchdown. The 3rd quarter for the Longhorns.
And Arch Manning starting to settle in, but how about his receiver Wingo going and catching it high in the back of the end zone for a massive 29-yard score to give the Texas Longhorns a 3-point lead as his quarterback breathes a deep sigh of relief.
Reed did well to get away. Now trying to get to the marker, and it'll be very close. Straight ahead with the run again. Anthony Smith tripped up Owens just shy of the first down at midfield.
You get the Aggies moving in one direction, then you come back with misdirection.
Manning on target. Parker Livingston. Refusing to go down. He gets shoved along for a couple of more yards to the 35-yard line. 19 yards. He very rarely had much time in the first half. Wisner. Ball came out at the end, but Manning, again, more time than he had in the first half. Wide open receiver. Jack Endry's the tight end, the stiff arm. Endry's inside the 5. He just shoved Marcus Ratcliffe away. 13-10, and they're on the doorstep again. First and goal from the 2. First play of the fourth quarter. They hand it off to the tight end, and Nick Townsend walks in. Reed, the check down to Owen, slithers toward the marker. He didn't get there. Anthony Smith chopped him down. In very good position with an eye toward the CFP in the SEC Championship game. They lost 4 of their last 5. He got it off. Low throw. Good catch. Ashton Bethel Roman.
Offense number 5. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
21. Aggies from their own 30. Reed takes off running. Has a long way to go. Needs the Texas 49. And now a flag thrown. A couple of flags thrown. 3 of them, in fact, at the end of the play. Did they grab him by the face mask? Yes, they did.
15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Jelani McDonald.
Left some points on the field, too, with a big miss at the goal line.
Reed. Down the field, caught by Mellon Orstrom. Redshirt junior from Stockholm, Sweden. Colin Klein saying his tight end group is underrated. Here's E.J. Smith. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Has helped create that belief Molly talked about.
And what a turn. 3-and-out forced by their defense, and their offense goes right down the field. 6 plays, 59 yards in just over a minute and a half.
Arch Manning after the play fake. Avoided the rush and lofts it downfield. Jack Endry's to the 42-yard line.
On 3rd and 4 or more, 3rd and 3 or less, they're very human.
And they are, at the very least, in the verge of field goal range. Arch Manning looking like Grandpa. Touchdown!
And another example in which Texas A&M is out of a gap. You'll see DJ Hicks move inside and get grabbed by Connor Robertson. There's nobody in the A gap to the left side of the center. Between Cole Hudson, the left guard, and Robertson right there, the center, there's nobody home. Too much movement from A&M leads to a big crease for Arch, where he makes one guy miss and is off to the races.
Arch's 8th rushing touchdown of the season. So now Marcel Reed trying to answer. Flush from the pocket and run down after a 3-yard gain. Both of the ends in pursuit. When Texas went to join, A&M apparently tried to block that. Reed on 1st down fires a strike to KC Concepcion. Reed steps up, can't find a seam, goes down behind the line of scrimmage. Winning team. First sack for Texas. Not been a big sack night for either side. Ashton Bethel Roman, 2nd year here at A&M. Rising star in coaching. Reed elects to pull it down, gets tackled from behind, short of the 1st down.
A sack here if you're Marcel Reed.
E.J. Smith. Well, the 18-yard line.
Really strong run there by Smith.
Built like his legendary dad. Stayed in to help block. Reed intercepted. Michael Taff at the 3-yard line.
Velocity because he can't push through the throw because of that pressure. But Taff was reading it out all the way. It was perfectly defended.
Reveille here tonight in her place. You saw one. She lost an eye recently to glaucoma. She's been wearing a patch. Concepcion. Tackled at the 43. Excellent field position for A&M. Down by 10. 2:32 to go. Has not thrown a touchdown pass tonight. And he throws that up for grabs, and that one's intercepted by Kobe Black. The officials are conferring. Some of the Aggies are staying on the field and pointing as if there's a penalty against Texas.
Foul, unnecessary roughness, number 1. Defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Texas the ball on a 10-point lead, 2nd and 3 from their own 23-yard line. Wisner will be wise to stay in bounds, and he does, to the 46-yard line. They outgained them by 133 yards. The opening game of the season with Manning as the quarterback. And as he said, they're supposed to play Ohio State next year. He said, why would we play Ohio State next year? Manning gives Sarkisian the game ball. And a crushing defeat for Mike Elko. By the way, Mike Elko has the full support of Steve Sarkisian. He pretty much laid out the argument for Texas when we visited with Coach Elko last night.
Here come the Crimson Tide. Fight song can't quite drown out the booze. As Vern said, sometimes the season you've had can be wiped clean. Auburn would love to do that. It's been disappointing. So many gut-wrenching losses. Much of that pain could be eased tonight. Now that's the back behind 2 blockers. Daniels pressured immediately, and he slips. Early pressure from James Smith off the end, and he'll be quoted with the sack. He'll need it tonight. Quick, almost broken up there. That was Keon Sabb, who was thinking pick 6, stepped right into the path. 3-man rush. Simpson, plenty of time. Feet dancing around in the pocket. Now he escapes. Sideline route. Hill makes the catch and is driven out. Simpson sneaks and drives for a 4th down conversion to the 43. Really able to make too many guys miss tackles either. That's why it's been a struggle. Miller again. Running hard and backs his way for a 1st down to the 32. And 45 for the early lead, and he drives it right down the middle. 442 yards total offense in that game for Daniels. Just trying to get a 1st down, and it's dropped. Man, are these teams edgy. Brandon Frazier back-to-back 3-and-outs.
Yeah, little sidearm, perfect shot.
And they just got it off. Simpson running all the way around left end. Simpson tight roping, knocked out of bounds near the Auburn 10. The 6-yard run.
Yeah, Bernard goes in motion. They're 1 man short, and they're not expecting Ty Simpson. You just don't see a lot of this. We just talked about he's athletic. They pull those big linemen around, and with the motion, they took the corner to the other side, and a good job getting.
Play clock at 1 when he snaps it. Pressure comes. Simpson backpedals, heaves to the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Isaiah Horton. What a throw as the rush was closing in on him.
This is the pressure right here. He gets through clean. They bring one too many. And then watch the quarterback. Buys time. And not only is he buying time, he's keeping his eyes downfield on his target while he's getting pressured by 3 different Auburn defenders. There's that left arm with Horton on that little push that is a no call. But look at the placement of that football as he's falling back, puts it up into the air where Horton at 6'4" can make a play. Remember, the quarterback's legs, always a factor here.
Daniels tries to throw for it, and they complete it. So Eric Singleton, transfer from Georgia Tech, reliable target.
So far, no luck at all. Only 11 yards on the ground.
Trying to throw for it in 3rd down, and it's incomplete. Justin Jefferson reached in there. Top tackler on this defense broke it up. Keep the drive going. Empty backfield, ball out quickly, drops. Boy, that was Eric Singleton coming back to the football. The coverage was tight, but that hit his hands.
That football, it was thrown a little bit to his left. Looked like 5, maybe got a...
But they take a shot on 2nd and 2. Now it's Miller. Breaking tackles. Jam Miller. Bumped out of bounds, but this tied running game, this is a headline, folks, is working tonight.
Talking about it's going to be all on Ty Simpson. Look at this offensive line. Really good job by 74. Caden Proctor able to get up to that linebacker. And then Jam Miller running with an attitude tonight in this rivalry game in the Iron Bowl.
Ran right through the arms of Kayan Lee. They snap it at 1, just barely get the play off. Miller again. Miller around left end. Still running through arm tackles. Power formation on 1st and goal. Horton comes in motion. And he's looking for Horton, who's got it for a touchdown. Alabama rolling on the plains here.
Tight ends, everybody in the world's thinking they're going to run the football. We're just bragging about how good they're running the ball, but Ty Simpson is just big hit on Cobb.
3rd and long, and there's the catch by Coleman, who's back in the game, but Brown makes the stop right there, slings him down. Now they don't bring it. Daniels on the move, looking to run for it, and he will. Ashton Daniels, 1st down and more, tight ropes down near the 25 before James Smith forced him out.
But he might, at the very end, maybe dump it off to Cam Coleman, who pulls away there from Green, and instead he keeps the ball and has the speed there. Surprised they didn't spy him there.
Handoff, bursting through is Cobb. All of a sudden, much like Alabama, a quarterback run has sparked the Auburn offense. 12 more. Cobb is to the right. Daniels flushed, rolls. Can he get there? No, he's going to be knocked out by James Smith at the 2. And it's 4th down again. Kick longer and longer field goals. This, of course, is just a chip shot. Nice visit with him on the field before the game. Of course, his brother Evans, an NFL kicker, very good one. And yeah, they're leaning forward, aren't they? Here comes heavy pressure. Simpson spins free and hit as he throws. Launches incomplete. Well, Crawford again got there just in time to effect the throw.
Is mobile enough and athletic enough to at least give him some positive yards on these scrambles.
You fake it to Cobb, pressure comes, and the catch is made by the tight end Frazier. And he's rumbling into Alabama territory, shoved out of bounds. Has some space, scrambles, spins, and picks up a 1st down inside the 35. Of the final scores in this conference are so tight, tighter than ever, I think. So yes, mistakes and small moments decide it. Meanwhile, McPherson 2 for 2, knocks it right through, and they've gotten the lead back to 11. So Auburn still fighting with a chance.
Good adjustment back to the ball.
Tigers with tempo. That run goes nowhere. Swallowed up by Deontay Lawson for a loss.
Yeah, but that was Tim Keenan there in the middle. 6'2", 320 pounds.
After that quick 1st down, needs 11 here to keep this drive going. Pressure. Flag is out as Daniels clips it downfield and finds Simmons, who's running to the end zone. Is this going to be another Auburn touchdown called back by a penalty?
I don't know. Alabama could go either way. Bama had hands into the face as well with Pierre 42 on the left tackle, Chaplin. You know, he's like a lot of right-handed quarterbacks. He scrambles out, then he does a good job there. This is where the receiver is. Very close to stepping out of bounds, but does not. And there's the true freshman, Lee, who just loses sight of him, and then he's got the speed to go. Watch this. Watch him react to his quarterback. Stay in bounds, make that catch, and now use your speed to outrun him to the end zone.
And now this Auburn crowd has come back to life in this Bama offense, Kirk, which had gotten the running game going. Simpson was getting some rhythm going. They get it off, pressure comes, backpedals, fires across the middle, catch made, first down. Isaiah Horton continues his big night. A couple of flags down back near where the ball was thrown, a 16-yard gain.
Second level, he started to cheat down, and he's able to come clean, but makes a poor decision with the contact.
Slot right, still looking for his first target tonight. Simpson has time, now runs out of it, tries to scramble, tucks the ball, takes off, cuts back, first down, Ty Simpson. They got loose again. Pressure. Bernard, jump ball broken up by Sylvester Smith, who sat out the first half, made a big impact in the third quarter. Ball took a... So, no wonder this Alabama passing attack is struggling. 29-yard field goal. Both offenses have struggled, both 4 for 13 on third down. And there's a slant catch made, but I don't think he's got enough yardage for the first down. Cam Coleman.
The scramble, Bama's got to be ready for the scramble by Daniels.
Yep, they do flip it off, and this is Jones. And Jones has given them a little spark. He's going to be knocked down.
Gave himself a chance there. Bama a little bit confused getting their call in.
Yeah, they got their first down, play with tempo, and on the slant, it's complete. And that's Eric Singleton.
That time did a nice job of selling it, going downfield, and came back to the ball.
Empty backfield. Daniels on the carry, and it's intercepted. Bray Hubbard for Alabama. A rare turnover for the Tigers, just their 7th all season off the hands of Mabson.
Yeah, I just feel like they've been flirting with this the entire game. And eventually it's going to catch up to them. Just a check down, ball goes up into the air. 3 different Bama defenders right there. And as you say, there's Bray Hubbard, who's kind of been that mainstay, kind of that steady force on that back end.
And the 4th pick for Hubbard on the season. Simpson, meanwhile, under pressure, dropped again. That's Atkins. Showing a lot of pressure. They bring some. It's picked up. And Simpson checks it down. Hill makes the catch. And nowhere near the first down. So the sack in the first play. Tide have some backup, fresh defensive linemen in there on this third down. They bring pressure. Ball's out quickly. Catch is made by Simmons. He's running. Simmons breaks free. It's a foot race. He's finally brought down inside the 5. The Tigers.
Xavier Mincy right here just missed a potential interception. Now misses a would-be tackle. And what a job by Malcolm Simmons after the catch. Shake it off.
Cobb does punch it in. And Alabama suddenly on the hot seat now, feeling the pressure. Not at all a part of things yet. Simpson, a long throw, far side. Circling back is Horton, who has provided both touchdown receptions. Give it to him again. He knows he's got to step up here. Jam Miller, when they're in field goal range. Heavy pressure coming. Ball lofted downfield, looking for Horton. Oh, just off his hands, trying for the hat trick. Jay Crawford defended it well. And there's a flag down in the pit area.
But DJ Durkin rolled the dice with 0 coverage, played man-to-man, brought everybody Atkins submarined the quarterback. Looked like he might have been
Personal
held.
Foul, roughing the passer.
Yep.
Defense, number 17, hitting at the knee or below. That's a 15-yard penalty. It is first down.
Absolutely crucial call. Would have been 4th and 7, Kirk, but another major penalty on Auburn gives Alabama new life on this drive.
Yeah, he just ended up going low. He came off of Vandermark to see 56, and he just submarined him down in that lower area, down by the knee.
Kind of stumbling forward, though. Heavy pressure. Simpson throws up his back foot. Catch made. Bernard. Simpson, end zone, touchdown! Isaiah Horton with the hat trick. Simpson to Horton.
And Horton is on the outside, Chris, and he's going to work through some traffic and man-to-man. You got a couple receivers inside of him, able to work to the inside. And because of that, Auburn's got some traffic to work through. They had the safety there to try to bracket to help the corner out. But how about the poise of Simpson? He's not had a great night throwing the football.
They do have 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute. Could, in theory, punch it away. But Durkin going all in on this series. Heavy pressure off the back foot. Incomplete. And a flag comes in late from center field. It's Alabama's turn to commit a penalty and prolong Auburn's drive.
Pass interference defense, number 16. Probably close to the spot of the foul. It is first down.
Well, it's Red Morgan against Eric Singleton. And I think the interference came at the top of the route, right in the middle of your screen. The 3 receivers right in the middle. Well, Bill, we saw a close one that was gray area going the other way. What about this one?
He's got him solidly through the back before the ball arrives. It's a correct call.
Okay.
2 yards here. All eyes on Daniels as a runner. He's going to try to throw for it. Nobody open. No space, but he fights his way for a first down inside the 45. That play took forever to develop.
Forever. He was patient. He was kind of going side to side. He was setting up blocks, not setting the tone and attacking at all.
Down to 40 seconds. Quick pitch to the edge. Coleman breaks a tackle. Lost the ball. Alabama recovers. Deontay Lawson falls on it. And the Crimson Tide, with that takeaway, are going to survive the Iron Bowl, go to Atlanta to play for a conference championship, and in all likelihood, on to the CFP. A heartbreaking finish for Auburn. Bray Hubbard knocked it loose, Kirk.
Yep.
Lawson fell on it.
Collision there with Justin Jefferson and Bray Hubbard. Auburn's been flirting with this all night long. And it's cost him once, and now it cost him a second time. Ball is away from his body. Hubbard comes in, knocks it away. Jefferson as well. And then Deontay Lawson's able to secure the football and secure victory for Alabama.
Auburn only committed 6 turnovers all season. But they have found ways, frankly, to come up short in close games. Simpson keeping all the way. And he's tackled hard. Grabbed around the neck by Travis. And final timeout is spent with 20 seconds to go.
Hubbard checked in there late. They have 10 up tight.
It's Simmons who's the returner. And he waves for a fair catch. Muffs it. And it's rolling around. And falls out of bounds. Alabama never collected.
And it cost it 5 seconds. Yeah, Bama looked like they would get it, but Auburn's going to keep possession. But meanwhile, every second counts. And
how did Alabama not recover this?
I have no idea.
There's Lotsie Brooks, who's a big part of the special teams.
Right off his chest.
And then there were numerous Crimson Tide players that had a chance to scoop it up, including Brooks.
Yep.
Or do you try a bunch of laterals?
I wouldn't do that yet, personally. I'd try to get about 15 yards.
Can't take time, though.
Nope.
Pitch
get down,
in the middle,
get down.
And he does get down. It'll stop it for just briefly. They have to spike the ball 2 seconds.
You got to hurry up. Get lined up.
I don't know. Let's see when they restart the clock. Now, 1-0. It's a live ball. Last play of the Iron Bowl. Daniels caught, but brought down is Kane, and Alabama survives and advances to Atlanta.
For number 11 BYU, it's win and you're in to the college football playoff. For number 4 Texas Tech, a Big 12 championship, and you'll be in prime position with the seeding to hunt down a national championship. And in a sport filled with tradition and unique pageantry, few symbols of a university grab your attention more than the masked raider. As Texas Tech folks like to say, the mystery and symbol of that university spirit. The game that will determine college football playoff bids.
Not reinventing the wheel, just got to dominate up front.
BYU won the toss. They elected to defer. Morton to start the day. It is incomplete, intended for Coy Aiken. Second and 10. Keep it on the ground and tackled for a loss. Satu Ala with a great play to bring down Williams. In an empty set facing a 3rd and 13. Morton against a 4-man rush. Shallow cross, and it was nearly picked off by Satu Ala. That was dangerous as it was bobbled and tipped by Williams, the intended target. Early on, that set up Texas Tech's first score. And fair catch just inside the 10. You see him on the right side of your screen in that sprinter stance. Here's 3rd and 4. Bachmeier's going to try to do it with his legs, and he does. It's a first down BYU. BYU converts there. They're 3 for 3 on 3rd downs early on. They fake it, and it's a pass, and it's complete to Ryan. Parker Kingston with a completed pass to Carson Ryan. Close to 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Scoreless for now. L.J. Martin right in. And that is the first time Texas Tech has allowed a point on an opening drive this season. It's only the 3rd game this season Tech has trailed in a game.
Yeah, that's Ryan right there, number 20, pulling around. He gets up into the hole and hits Roberts, and that just buys a little bit of space for L.J. Martin. And this is the physical nature of what BYU wants to do. Their identity is running the ball downhill, and they've got big bodies, and Martin at 220, Bachmeier at 235.
3rd and 10 for Baron Morton. And that is complete to Reggie Virgil past midfield. A chunk play for Texas Tech. 3rd down and 6. Morton, it is complete for a first down. And again, it's Reggie Virgil. Morton. Carter, the athletic tight end. It doesn't take much for him, just a few strides, and he gets downfield. Katie.
For Texas Tech, and 2 of them have come down here in the red zone.
3rd down and 8. Morton. Virgil is wrapped up immediately. As Stone Harrington, who made a school record 5 field goals in the November 8th win against BYU, is on for this 23-yard attempt. And he puts it through. 2nd and 11. That is batted. As Texas Tech with Charles Esters. Jacoby Williams back to return for Texas Tech. They could have great field position. Williams, first wave of coverage, goes right past him as he takes it ahead and fights his way out just beyond the 38. Here's Morton. Downfield strike and brought in by Aiken. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Remember the first drive is a lot of short throws, trying to get Morton into a rhythm, but these last couple drives now, they're taking opportunities downfield.
Review, it has been ruled a completed catch for a touchdown.
Well, going back to this again, it was a great throw and catch, but it's Jacoby Williams getting the blitz pickup right here. Fantastic job getting Glasgow to the ground, and you saw Morton had to clutch it a couple times.
He will pass to open up this drive as he gets it to Kingston. Kingston able to jet around that corner. The former high school quarterback is Kingston, who had a 22-yard pass earlier. 3rd down and 12. They go underneath to Martin, trying to set up the blockers, and he is met. High snap. Vanderhaar's a fake, and it's incomplete. Special teams coordinator Kelly Popinga put in numerous fakes this week in practice, and they just tried to pull one off there on 4th down.
Anyway, because Texas Tech had a defender home, he's just going to try to sneak out here in the flat. But Texas Tech was ready for it. We've seen Kalani Sitake, Joe, aggressive early on offense with true trick play calls. Now you're seeing it on a fake punt.
After the turnover on downs, the failed fake punt. And the play call now goes to Dickey with the distance change of 3rd and 3, and with that, a chain mover, Texas Tech. 3rd and 8. Here is Kelly as Morton tries to spin free, somehow stays on his feet before eventually Kelly corrals. So here's Stone Harrington again. This a 48-yard attempt. And this time it's wide left. 3rd down and 10, and there's the best in the business. And the snap goes back where Bachmeier just has to retreat and fall on it. So a disaster for BYU.
And very lucky they were able to jump on this, obviously. Bachmeier's trying to give the O-line an opportunity to identify everybody and get the pass protection set, but
through an incompletion, a fake punt attempt. And now rugby style for the 28-year-old Aussie, as it harmlessly falls between the hashes before it is downed.
Away.
On 3rd and short. Remember, they do have the 1 timeout remaining as Williams had a cut back against the grain. Oh, the ball's out, and it goes right into the hands of Terrence Carter. This is a play that could have been a tackle for loss. Instead, it's Texas Tech all the way down to the 25.
It was a great.
But after that bounce of the ball, they're all the way down to the 25 already. Morton, he's being pressured. No timeouts remain for Texas Tech as he is tackled at the 22-yard line by Miles Hall.
For Morton to throw this thing up.
Downfield strike, and that's incomplete, looking for Douglas, who was covered by Johnson. They wanted 7s, not 3s. This from 40. Good elevation and rotation, and with that, a 13-7 lead for Texas Tech.
The best I've seen him since that injury, but it'd be interesting to see how it affects this play calling.
Going to open up the second half with a completed pass to Chase Roberts.
It galvanizes this offense.
1st down, and here he is. Oh, look at that. You want to talk about physicality. He just ran over Ben Roberts.
And Ben Roberts is a 6'3", 240-pound linebacker, and you talk about galvanizing your offense. It's a play like that that'll do it.
Bachmeier. Shallow cross underneath Kingston, and look at Parker Kingston. 1st down, BYU. Now trailing in the second half of the Big 12 Football Championship as they keep it on the ground. L.J. Martin's going to give him a 1st down. Bachmeier back to pass. Bailey's right in his face as they tried to go underneath to Kingston, but it's incomplete. And that was not well struck at all. There's Williams on 2nd and 8. Oh, he kept his balance. 2nd and 15. Morton looking to extend the play, direct traffic, and he does so and does connect with Caleb Douglas just when they needed it. There's the red zone number on the season. Morton on 3rd and 8 as it's going to be short of the line to gain by Reggie Virgil. Now Dickey's going to take the direct snap and give it back to Morton. Morton on 4th and 2. It's incomplete. Lots to be determined right here. 3rd down and 4. Bachmeier with time. Oh, what an interception by Roberts. Point blank stabbed it. Ben Roberts.
He looks like he was about to start rushing, and then he just stopped at the last second, watching Bear Bachmeier just floating to his left. This is an unbelievable job of timing the jump, batting it with his right hand, then making the catch and advancing the football. It's a defense with 27 takeaways coming into this game, 2nd best in college football. And Ben Roberts, a freshman All-America a year ago, comes up with a massive takeaway here.
And now Dickey right in! Cameron Dickey!
But he's an excellent puller. They go Wildcat right to Dickey. They tried 4 of these Wildcat plays. The first time they played BYU earlier this year, none of them had that kind of success, though.
BYU facing a 3rd down. 2 plays later, it's Texas Tech.
And they're going for 2.
Try to make it 21-7. And Carter's going to do just that. Terrence Carter takes it in. Their best season in 17 years. And if this score holds up, it's going to feel even better. L.J. Martin now is met and driven back by the best linebacker around, J-Rod. 3rd down and 6. That was out to JoJo Phillips, the 6'5", 200-plus receiver. Comes out to punt again. He can punt with both his right and his left. Rugby-style Aussie, 28 years old, as he drives the ball downfield, but it takes a Texas Tech bounce. Settles in near the 33. And Texas Tech facing a 3rd and 7. BYU desperate for a stop. Morton downfield. Batted away at the last second by Evan Johnson as Morton was trying to connect with Caleb Douglas. Burgess on the punt away for just the 2nd time this afternoon. And return from Kingston from inside his own 10-yard line. Gain any momentum back. Final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Bachmeier as he gets it complete to Kingston for a 1st down.
And a nice pocket that time, drifting to.
Been fighting through the pain. And now trying to fight back. Oh, ball is out! That whole thing just exploded. And Romello Height recovers it. It was A.J. Holmes who burst through and forced it.
Here at right guard, and that's the gap that A.J. Holmes is able to just shoot through. So quick and explosive out of his stance, and he just completely messes up the timing of the handoff or the fake handoff or whatever that was supposed to be. And now 2 critical takeaways for Texas Tech here in the 2nd half is just changing the complexion of this game.
If you want to know why Texas Tech is a national title contender, Aaron Morton on 2nd and 6 as Williams is wrapped up right away by Johnson. 44-yard attempt by Harrington. And it's 24-7.
The O coordinator and D coordinator, and they are humming.
Bachmeier. It is intercepted again. Ben Roberts does it again.
It was just too easy. The eyes come down here. He's just going to drop and takes him right to the football. The 2nd interception of the game. It's funny. Jacob Rodriguez comes in. He's got all the accolades. He should be a Heisman finalist. He's the Butkus Award winner. But the interior linebacker that's made the most plays in this one is big number 13, Ben Roberts.
With Texas Tech in that front seven. That defense overall. 3rd and 11 as Morton just tries to go underneath right near the line of scrimmage to Dickey.
Is the defense.
And Harrington off the mark from 49. Going to pitch to Martin on 3rd and 2, and he's going to lose yardage. First guy to get there was John Curry, trailing by 17 from their own 37. Bachmeier, and it is denied by guess who? Ben Roberts. So 2 interceptions and a pass defended on 4th down for Ben Roberts. Texas Tech looking to put this game away on 4th down. They get it into space to Aiken, and Aiken inside the 10 and into the end zone for another touchdown. He had the 33-yarder earlier and now runs his way in across the goal line.
Coming in motion this way, this is Cabella following him. He actually runs into his own player. DeMooney goes down, and a great job by Aiken, not just getting the catch, but staying in bounds, cutting up field. Man, I just feel like moments ago, this was a one-possession game. It's completely changed.
L.J. Martin. Oh, that's how ball is out again, and it just continues to roll downhill as Cofield comes up with it.
For BYU, I think that was John Curry getting his hand in to knock that one free. Probably the most important discussion the committee is going to have this weekend.
Here's Virgil. As Virgil trying to stay on his feet inside the 10-yard line, coming up on 5 minutes to play. Schoonover with the tackle. Really understand the competitive landscape of what it is in player acquisition right now. You need that. You need to act quickly and strike quickly, and that is what Texas Tech has done. When they're this close, they played the game with all due respect as Bachmeier falls on the ball to 13 people in a room who are looking at metrics and are been touting this
at Texas Tech. It's all about love, and you can just see that with the interactions all these players now are having with their emotional head coach.
They have done it. Let the party begin here at AT&T Stadium.
And who's ready to take the field? Off one of the great seasons in school history, 10 wins, matching the school record. Only one other time did they win 10 games. That was back in 1989 when in Durham. It's about a 4-hour drive from the grounds in Charlottesville down here to Charlotte for UVA. The teams are on the field, the ACC. So that really set the tone, but they'll have the ball first tonight. Elijah Slidebeck kicks off for UVA. Short and a fair catch made by Samir Hagans. 0.6 points per game. Only Pitt scored more points per game among ACC teams. Quick pass to Landon King, one of their tight ends. Out of the pistol, Castle remains the running back, and he slams ahead for a first down. It's a nice duo. Shepard, semi-finalist for the Joe Moore Award, is the best offensive line in the country. They give Mensah plenty of time. Shepard took the check down, broke a tackle from James Jackson. Castle back in at running back. 4-man rush. They get pressure on Mensah. He dumped it over the middle. And Hazley upended, well short of the first down. Cade Reynoldson is the punter. Movement along the line of scrimmage. And now Manny Diaz will have a decision to make. If it is against Virginia, it's going to make it 4th down and 2.
Offside, defense, number 23.
And he is with Castle, the running back. They faked it to Castle, and it's caught for a first down at the 25-yard line. This is offensive coordinator Johnny Brewer.
And this is big time by Mensa. Watch the defender, number 4, eyes in the backfield the whole way. He sees it, but he had to put it on him immediately. That was a very tight window that Mensa had to thread the needle through, and that's just a big-time conversion.
They've taken up just about half of the quarter. Nate Shepard, a nice catch. He has another Duke first.
The down and distance, look how much depth all these guys get, and it leads to an easy completion underneath. It's only 3rd and 6. They played it like it was 3rd and 12.
A 9.5-minute drive. A Virginia blitz. A screen against it. Jeremiah Hazley, touchdown. Nine on the drive for 60 yards in the TD.
And how about the run after contact by Hazley? Runs through the tackle of Hardy and finds his way into the end zone.
A 24-year-old in his first year at Virginia. Fake the toss, throws down the hash marks, caught by Trell Harris. So Morris on target right out of the gate. Looks for the check down for Jamari Taylor. There's a flag down. The ball's out of the end of the play. Duke has the ball. For the moment, it's a fumble.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, defense, number 0. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Huge for Torrey.
And Rivers down trying to defend Edrin, and clearly puts that right hand into the face mask and just a completely unnecessary.
Cage Morris, keep him in the pocket. He throws the quick hitter out wide to Harrison Whaley for a first down. Defense, particularly pass coverage. Morris, they caged him in that time and dropped him back at the 28-yard line. Long field goal try for Will Bettridge. Accurate kicker, doesn't have a huge leg, and that one's no good. Darian Mensah intercepted, underthrew his intended receiver, and it was picked off by Corey Costner.
And you're going to see Mensah's eyes straight ahead trying to hold off the defender. Look at the line of his helmet, straight ahead. He never locates the underneath presence.
Interception for the freshman from Baltimore, Costner. Morris comes out, rolling out on first down, fires to the sideline and caught. Jamal Edrin.
The wide receiver, great presence with those toes in bounds, understanding where he's at on the field.
And just short of the first down. Lifesaver for this Duke defense. On the check down, Jamari Taylor. Nifty run after the catch and a touchdown.
Agile laterally. He does this every single week. Right foot right there. Makes a miss. And Callahan, who's filling in for Robinson, not normally a starter, but does play some. A big whiff on the tackle leads to the touchdown.
For Jamari Taylor. Jackson, in a span of a little over a year, had, oh, there's a fake punt on a short snap. And Duke executes it to pick up the first down.
Up front, too, by Duke's defensive end, Wesley Williams. So 2 DNs going straight ahead. The snapper even makes a little block for him as well. Just tremendous opportunism there by Manny Diaz's punt unit.
113 catches for Harvard in 3 years. Here's Shepard. Dragged down by Corey Costner, the man who had the interception a moment ago. But not before they picked up.
So he wasn't down. It does look like he did have the line to gain. Just a tremendous effort by the running back.
And good blocking by Andrell Anthony.
After further review, the runner was out of bounds and the ball was a half a yard short of the line to gain. It will be 4th down at the 48.5-yard line.
And they They give it to him for a first down. And they scored 49 against Wake Forest. Mensa stripped, the ball knocked out of his hand by Daniel Rickert. Duke got it back, but a big loss on the play. Back for UVA, their first of the night for a 9-yard loss. Mensa on 3rd and 14. Deep ball, single coverage. Diving catch made by Samir Higgins to try to take away a possible replay review. That looks like a catch. You got USC, the only quarterbacks with more. He's a terrific deep ball thrower. Shepard stayed on his feet and scores. Kept the drive going. And then Shepard added to his school record for a single season for touchdowns by a freshman. Today to Georgia in the SEC Championship game. Here's Jamari Taylor, good move. And he got enough for the first down. On 3rd down and 7, Mensa in trouble, got it off to Shepard, but he gets belted down with a very short gain.
Really well done. They bring the 4-man rush. They invite the screen, but it's a great job defensively there by Jacob Holmes, number 23, who sees it immediately, does not engage in the rush, drops back, and makes the play. Just great eyes, great recognition, and a good stand.
Be the first punt if he punts it. Dangerous Cam Ross back deep. And he's going to call for a fair catch. He got contacted by his own man. He was 10 years old. Chad's here tonight. He's taking a year out from coaching to watch his son play. Chandler on target, short of the first down. Down is Trell Harris.
To the right, and it's looking like man coverage from Duke.
Morris with pressure up the middle. Ball batted up in the air, and it falls incomplete. Wesley Williams.
A great job by Wesley Williams. Knows he's not going to get there. Holds up the rush just for a half second. Puts the left arm up to make a play. Excellent job.
James Madison put into the rankings at number 25, and think they deserve that. Again, the committee seemed to be saying, hey, Duke, even if you win, we've got James Madison ranked ahead of you, and they won.
It could very well be. I mean, these are humans, and that is part of the evaluation process, is have representation, and the ACC is, without question, one of the 4 best leagues. So to not have either their champion nor their best team in the field, end zone.
Nate Shepard, the go-ahead touchdown. Here's Cam Ross in trouble and drop for a big loss by Wesley Williams. Back at the 13-yard.
Job by Wesley Williams, staying wide. Looks like he's going to have to run through a lot of traffic. He does. He slips inside the tight end Ennis, and then goes and makes the play in the backfield.
Chandler Morris, 10 out of 15 for 77 yards in the first half. Deep ball, open receiver, caught, and a great job by Ross to hang on as he got popped twice.
Pocket. They got to continue that in the second.
3rd down and 6. Cam Ross went in motion. 3 receivers now to the right of Chandler Morris. Duke blitzes. Jamari Taylor ran past it, and if Kendall Johnson didn't make the back on the field now after he was helped off moments ago, big run. Harrison Whaley taken down at the 16-yard line.
A moment ago on the run. How about the block by Josie, the left guard? He's able to secure the defensive tackle.
Both numbers were season highs. It's a run for Jamari Taylor and a first down. Finished yet. A Duke blitz. Morris scrambling for his life. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Bridge missed from 45. This is from 24. And it's good. He spotted it on the 32, so a 12-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 3. Mensa deep ball for Barcade. He makes the catch. Cooper Barcade.
I think they grabbed Barcade's face mask as he was releasing on that slot fade.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 10. After this is the ball out from the end of the play, first down.
Jason Prevard called for the penalty. Still couldn't stop the 40-yard play.
Yeah, man coverage across the board, and Prevard grabs with the left hand of the face mask. Barcade goes right behind him, and another nice throw.
4 out of 9 on 3rd down. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down. The draw for Shepard. Ran into a pileup. Now what do you do? And now he goes in motion. UVA showing blitz. James Jackson was dancing around the line.
False start. Offense. Number 53. 5-yard penalty.
Slightly.
No,
but did he ever cross over? I don't think he did.
It doesn't look like it. He's 6 for 6 this year inside 40 yards, and now a perfect 7 for 7. Temperature down to 38 degrees now here in Charlotte, noticeably cooler. Running through the cold air in his hometown, Jamari Taylor having one of their best nights so far tonight. Blitz up the middle. Murgott apparently timed it perfectly. Morris got hit. He still fired a completion. Jamal Edrin tough to take down inside the 30.
This was outstanding job. Great pickup there by Taylor in protection. And it gets leveled, but somehow is still able to be accurate enough on the delivery to put it on the mark. That's a great play by Morris. His hands quickly.
The opening seconds of the fourth quarter, a huge play. Morris going to the end zone in double coverage, and it's broken up. Trying to get it to Trell Harris. Nate Shepard rips through a hole, first down.
Offensive line that does a great job, but I love the kick out here by Larson, the left guard. Goes and gets just enough of Melton to...
They're 4 out of 10 on third down. You like their chances with Castle. First down, Duke. Mensah steps away from the rush. Now he's in trouble. Throws on the run, and it is incomplete on the far sideline. A couple of the receivers there.
The defensive line provided the rush. They did a great job of containing as Rickert was about to make a play as well. But
out of the end zone, Morris. And it's intercepted. Caleb Weaver picked it off. But the screen looked like he had 2 receivers breaking open, but the ball wasn't thrown anywhere near them. 8th career pick for the transfer from Sam Houston. Turnover for each team. Each quarterback's thrown 1 interception. Mensah trying to make it hurt immediately. Barcade the catch inside the 5.
Cole going for the jugular. You get sudden change. You're in plus territory. Your coach gives you the green light. Boys, we're going for the kill shot. Throws a shot right down the sideline. Beautiful adjustment by Barcade. And has Duke knocking on the door again. You gotta love it.
Down, take as much time off the clock as they can. Big collision, and Castle belted down by Jacob Holm. They took the clock all the way down to 1. Darian Mensah incomplete. Throw a sinker into the corner of the end zone. There is a flag down back behind the line of scrimmage. Barcade, the intended receiver. It's a holding call against Duke. One of the all-time leading scorers in Duke history. Only Ross Martin has more career points. Polino adds 3 more to his total. And James Madison were ranked in the top 25 by the College Football Playoff Selection Committee this week. Duke was not. Both of those teams won their conferences.
After review, the receiver completed the catch and got a foot down inbounds. It will be first down at the 35.
As fast as humanly possible.
Steps up into a clean pocket on target. Here's Cam Ross. He slips down at the 40. At least 25 points in each of the last 6 games prior to tonight. Morris throwing deep against him. Contact and a flag. Cam Ross, the intended receiver, and he got tangled up with Caleb Weaver.
Pass interference. Defense number 3. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Morris pressured. Dances away from the rush. And throws it away. One they really have to have with under 4 minutes to go, and he made it. right down the middle. A throw that might stop the clock on an incompletion. Yes, they will. Mensah starting to think about running. Now he's running for his life. Throws down the field. Caught! Barcade across the 45.
Unbelievable job by Darian Mensah. Steps up, thought he was going to collapse around him. He spins his way out of it, reverses field. And how about Barcade coming all the way across the formation? He was wide to the left, stayed to the left, was actually running a deep ball. Instead, he sees his quarterback's in trouble. He's got to get in his vision, puts up the mailman, and goes and makes a play for a massive third down conversion for the Blue Devils.
Nate, without the penalty, they would have had to use another timeout. Here's Nate Shepard. And he went out of bounds. Morris, another short throw. The clock will stop for a moment on the first down. Morris with pressure coming from Williams. Another completion. Edgerrin, there's a flag down, as you see, in the secondary right by the line to gain.
Holding defense, number 26. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Here, start to hit the intermediate throws.
Morris in a crowd, and it's incomplete. A flag thrown, intended for Ross. The back judge threw the flag.
Number 3, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
A little earlier, watch it here. Watch as he's breaking away. Here he comes. That's where he grabs the jersey, right there.
Right there, and that's what the...
They create a big play with his legs.
They're without Trell Harris, their leading wide receiver, who injured his leg earlier. Jamari Taylor breaks a tackle. Jamari Taylor banged down. You make sure you get the first down. That's what it looks like they're trying to do. And then a lot more. Whaley down to the 33-yard line. Morris throws, caught for a first down. They're going quickly. 25 seconds to go to the end zone. It is caught by Wood for a touchdown. The official threw his hat. He was out of bounds for sure and came back in. Landon Callahan shoved him out of bounds. It's gonna stand.
Well, he was forced out, obviously, by Callahan. Does he come back in and establish himself? It looks like he does. Talking on the sideline, they're, of course, going to review every play. But what a moment there for the Hoos. 10 plays, 96 yards in just a minute and 22 seconds to potentially tie the game.
Petridge must have the extra point. He does. Tied at 20 with 22 seconds to go. And Duke is going to take a knee and take it to overtime. Darian Mensah and the Blue Devils regroup after it looked like they had victory in their grasp. Nate Shepard on first down. Gets another first down with 11. He's had a phenomenal freshman year. He powers down inside the 5 and down to the 1. Play clock at 3 as they snap it. Design roll for Mensah. He's in trouble. Chased by James Jackson. Throws to the sideline for Barcade. And it's incomplete and out of bounds. Away from the running game.
Great effort there by Barcade, but that left foot on the white.
Out of the pistol. Quick snap. Castle. Stopped at the 1-yard line. And now it's 4th and goal just outside the 1. Castle stays in to block. Mensah, end zone touchdown! Jeremiah Hazley!
And the exact same play, just out of a slightly different formation on second down. Sprint right option. But the option route was covered. They did a great job defensively, Virginia, making sure they took away Brown, which forced Mensah to come all the way back.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 1. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced to start Virginia's overtime period, or possession correction.
And he still hasn't.
Defensive play.
Another 4th down conversion there. 4th. They go to a trick play. Taylor threw it back to Morris. It is intercepted! Intercepted by Luke Burgott! And Duke has won the ACC! Officials talking about it. They have to make sure that it was an interception by Murgott.
What a play by Murgott. Staying in coverage the whole way.
Is confirmed. That's the end of the game.
Unbelievable play by a guy that was buried on the depth chart earlier in the game. Injuries force him into the starting lineup, and what a difference Murgott has made for this Blue Devil team. Just incredibly disciplined off the trick play. And Murgott reels it in for the biggest play of his young career.
It's Alabama who actually comes out first. His big game pedigree speaks for itself. It's the snap piece of it, and it's also holding up against this defensive front. Connor Talty to boot it away. Typically his kicks are not returned, and this one will not be either. Stable of talented backs. Quick pitch to the edge. Zachariah Branch is the dominant weapon of this team, and his speedster rips off a big gain. Keon Sapp drove him out. Frazier hit and dropped behind the line. Flying through was Jordan Renaud. He's got to step up big. LT Overton the start. Need just 3. Watson Brooks has the handoff. Dogs close in, and they'll drop him for a loss. Ellis Robinson got there in a hurry, and no third down conversion for the Tide to open this game. Once again, it's third and extra long for the Dogs here. Stockton to Cash Jones underneath, and he makes a good effort, but he's going to come up a yard short of the first set at the 39. Hill Green knocked him down. Two-back look. That's Bernard to the left of Simpson. And they fake it to him, and getting met in the hole and driven back. Gabe Harris colliding with Simpson. He'll lose a yard. Don't look away with punts and field goals. Special teams plays is a rich history in the SEC Championship game. Right on cue. Georgia with the block. Bouncing around and fielded inside the 25. Kirby Smart had a feeling a special teams play would come into play tonight. And getting his hand on it was Cole's spear.
Good call. He comes clean. Nobody touched him. Heck of a job there to just take it right off the foot of the punter. Look at that. They had a couple guys there on that left side. He's able to come through. Kirby 17-0 when he blocks the kick. Can the offense take advantage of great field position at the Bama 21?
As they're set up on the edge of the red zone here. Frazier makes a cut inside, and Frazier, good to see him back up and healthy after the big shot. Plows inside the 10, first and goal, picked up 14. First one of the situational red zone trips tonight. She'll be so decisive. Bell takes a handoff, fights down near the goal line. He'll be knocked down a yard short. They fake it to McCray. Ends out there, touchdown! Georgia strikes first off the block punt. Roderick Robinson.
And the looks that he gives you, the fullback, he's really a running back lined up as a fullback, lost his footing initially, but with that 13 personnel, third and goal at the 1, Bobo gives him a look. Look how fired up he is after that call. He gave him a look as a run.
Field, along with Caleb Edwards, the tight end. Pressure comes, Simpson gets it out, and it's Ryan Williams who makes the catch, and is still going. Number 2 is loose, and will just tap dance out of bounds in Georgia territory. He caught the ball in traffic and evaded the tackle.
Great route, little whirly route back to the inside, then back outside, and then even though he's not the biggest guy, about 178 pounds, boy, is he lethal.
Simpson looking that direction, now back across the middle, high throw, intercepted. Picked off. Dalen Everett for the Dogs with a stiff arm. Takes it back into Alabama territory. A flag down at the end of the play. But the Dogs were the first takeaway. Looked like KJ Bolden may have gotten a piece of that.
And a heck of an effort. What a job by Dylan Everett to be able to catch that football.
So the savage pads.
Kind of a turn of events. Bama's defense put in some very tough situations.
Tempo Kirk here on third down. Dealt out there on the edge, and Stockton diving, and it's a first down. Frazier again, weaves his way through heavy traffic, just keeps those feet moving, keeps churning, and gets help from his buddies. He gets shoved for a first down to the Alabama 35, picked up 11. 34 of those came here against Tech 8 days ago. That time, met in the backfield. Bowen's driven back by big Tim Keenan. Stockton under center.
Back over on the right side. They're going heavy right.
Sneak and a first down. So they convert on fourth. Frazier can take a punch. We know that. From the pocket. Deliver. Bell. Down the middle. Dylan Bell stretches to the 4. Dogs on the doorstep. Chanel for this first and goal play. Frazier, no, hit for a loss. Quick penetration by big James Smith. Branch is in the slot. So is Lawson Lucky, and now Zachariah comes across in motion. Surveying, end zone, touchdown! Dylan Bell! And the Dogs with a long march to build their lead.
And he's got a two-way because of where he's lined up. He's lined up against the safety and go left or right. Gives him just enough of a head fake there at the top of that route.
Try to feature the pass game more. They have so many effective weapons who can make plays. And this is Sutter step. Ryan Williams. That little move got the Georgia guys frozen, and he got around the edge. So dangerous. Missed tackle by Danilo Jones. Another chunk play, 21. It can be hard to corral. He's effective with his stiff arm. Let's see again where that foot went out on the paint. That hat kind of obscures it. Looks like he may have stepped out of bounds. We'll bring in Bill Lamagna to see if his keen eyes can determine. It was a first down anyway, but that looks like it is out of bounds there, Bill.
After video review, the runner stepped out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Alabama at that spot.
Simpson batted down to the line. Reaching up and swatting that away was Quintavious Johnson.
Rankings came out, and now we'll wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Bell on the handoff, and Dylan Bell! Ooh, dangerous. Found a crease. Burst forward for 12 and a first down. Bunch of Tide players leaning forward. A lot of them back out. Stockton throws downfield, and maybe he was confused by that look. Zachariah Branch was on the route, but a miscommunication there. Williams in motion, has the handoff. Spin move. Ryan Williams still eludes people. He's got to jump in his step even more so than usual tonight. Only need 2 on this third down. Feels important. Oh, it's a low throw. Daniel Hill was out there. You want to make it a much more accurate throw when it's a running back in the pattern. Simpson knows that one's on him. Georgia would love to build on this lead before then. Branch, tunnel screen, breaks free. Zachariah Branch, much like Williams on the other side, once he gets a couple steps, it's hold your breath.
Against him.
Bell on the perimeter, one-on-one, and wrestled down. Good tackle by Damani Jackson.
Better than anybody else at this point. So they just need to show a pulse here and start competing and get back into this game.
Bowens is dragged down. It's not easy to tackle him in the open field, and that was a nice play by Justin Hill to
defender. And now Alabama's just going to shut it down.
No running game, this 18 yards. Before that, kneel down. And 71 total yards of offense. The Dogs defense suffocating. Touchdowns set up by a block punt and an interception. See if they can finish the job. Play fake on first down. Simpson on the move. He's got Latsier Brooks.
I mean, look at that.
Talented wide receiver, but nowhere to run as Deshaun Dinkins ran him out.
To get rid of the football.
It's a 366-pound tackle getting shoved back into the quarterback. Third down has been a problem. It's a problem here. Simpson's going to be sacked. Ja'Cory Thomas safety blitz. The Dogs defense starts the third quarter the way they started the game.
I mean,
brilliance of Smart and Glenn Schumann, but this was a team that was diced up by Tennessee, Ole Miss, Alabama in the first game, and has been suffocating. Zachariah Branch has room to run. Branch dives down near the Alabama 40. And Georgia set up in beautiful position after the sack.
Playing their best ball late in the year.
Stockton pump fakes, now checks it down, and quick short completion to Frazier.
Playing with a lot of confidence.
Stockton, Branch, known for his electric big plays, makes a short gain. Georgia playing with a little tempo now, trying to build momentum. Pump fake. Stockton, sideline route, catch made by Lawson Lucky. Everything working for Mike Bobo in the offense right now. It's first and goal. Frazier on second and goal. Off the left side, touchdown Dogs! Perfect start to the second half for Georgia. Sack, force a punt, short field, punch it in.
Blocked by London Humphrey, 16. He'll come around that, but look at the two tight ends on the play side, both Lawson Lucky and Oscar Delp. They kind of sealed the edge to the inside, and then Humphrey's coming over.
And 5. Little confusion. There was no one to hand the ball off, and he just slides down. Wow, things are getting worse by the second. Simpson looking to launch from the end zone. Underneath. Pritchett, long way to go. The tight end is going to be knocked down well short of the first down. And that Dogs defense with Chris Cole making the stop.
See if he comes in now.
Team as beat up as any in the country. Now trying to get after Stockton, who escapes. And Gunnar Stockton slips out of traffic. Tide rush only 3. Stockton across the middle. You knew he was going to have time. 8 dropped in coverage, though. The completion to Bell is short. Dogs up showing pressure. Simpson just desperate to convert one of these. Hill bounces off a tackle. Where'd he go out of bounds? They're going to mark him short.
He's short. Thomas having a heck of a game, playing through some pain. He's going to be short.
4th down again.
I would love to keep track of how many yards Alabama has after a catch on the entire night, because it's not very many. When they make a completion, there is a
3rd and 13. Jones checked down, has some space, but again, he's just not going to get there. They're playing off him. These 3rd and longs against these defenses just almost impossible. You see how they do in the playoff. Can't wait to see them match up against the Big Ten or SEC team. That's what they've wanted. Wide open. Check it down to Caleb Edwards, the tight end. Very rarely has an Alabama receiver caught a pass with open space around him. Pressure comes. Simpson swallowed up. Quintavious Johnson. That relentless pass rush tonight.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty will be added to the dead ball spot. First down, Alabama.
Very costly.
That's on Chris. I just want to show you the importance. You see it all the time.
That dead ball foul gives Alabama a first down to the 45. Simpson ball batted in the air and caught. Edwards on the carom as the ball just kind of fluttered into his hands. Bama needs every break they can get. Back foot throw, trying to loft it to Williams, who was tackled. And Georgia, it'll be another penalty on Danilo Jones to bail out Alabama. He didn't see the football, which was way underthrown.
Interference. Defense.
The ball, this time it's C.J. Allen in his face. That's why there's nothing on the ball. And how often do you see it? The corner that gets out of phase. Ball's underthrown. Williams trying to work back.
Pressure again. Lofted toward the end zone. Williams could not come up with it. Defended by Ellis Robinson. Would have been a good catch, but a play they needed to make. He's had 8 drops on this season. That's a lot. 3rd and 5. Underneath, it's Bernard, who never drops the ball. Working free, Jeremy Bernard still running. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama on the board finally.
You got to just find different ways. This time they use motion, try to get him into the screen, the middle screen. That play right there on K.J. Bolton, the stiff arm. And then Dalen Everett, another stiff arm. Fourth quarter, doing a good job.
Stockton on the move on first down. Sideline pitch. And Branch works his way back and dives forward for a 7-yard gain. Need 4 on third down. Keep the drive going. Trying to scramble for it. Not going to get there. He was closed down. Keenan made the tackle. Quay Rusa got there and forced the issue. Hill moves back in to perhaps block the blitz. Simpson